Welcome to Table Goth. Tonight, after a very long time, we're once again serving some Hades High School, an actual play of Monsterhearts 2 with a heavy flavoring of Hades by Supergiant Games. We're using custom playbooks created by myself. Some moves you'll see are reflavored, many are brand new. We'll read them as we use them so you get familiar, and maybe, just maybe, will there be a Christmas miracle and I'll actually release them, but probably not. But if so, maybe there's a link somewhere below you. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. If you have no idea what's happening in this weird alternate universe that just sort of got weirder as we went, this isn't going to help. Go back, watch other stuff, or just dive right in and try to figure it out as you go along. That could be fun too. But this will have spoilers if you're not caught up with Season 1. Now, me and this group have discussed our boundaries. Safety tools are in place for the cast. This is, as you will see, a very unscripted show, so we cannot predict all the content that will be explored, but do expect physical and emotional confrontation, substance use, sexually charged scenarios, and I'm looking at you, Prince, probably some unforgivable holiday puns. So please take care of yourselves as we deal with the best and worst the high school has to offer. This feels so weird now that we know each other. Joining us at the table, who are these people? Who could they be? Let's go around, starting at this way, with Vin.
Hi guys, I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on Twitter, and oh my goodness, I'll be playing Hypnos. Oh my gosh.
Hated that. We have Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel at Miss Petty Dreadful on Twitter, amongst other places. I'm playing Meg. She, her pronouns for both.
April.
Hello! Hi, I'm April. You can find me over at April Redgun, and I'm playing Dusa. She, her. We are she, her. This is Dusa. Hi, I'm Dusa. We're Dusa.
Not bad as far as April intros go. We have Wes.
Hi there, hello there. My name is Wes Franks. I'm the founder and creative director of Carrying Comfort. And my pronouns are he, they. And for this very special holiday season, I'll be portraying Thanatos, who is also he, they.
And finally, we have Prince.
Hello, everybody. I'm Prince, also known as Dimples' Dice, also known as the Moist Eat. I am here playing Frost King Theseus, Lord of the Winter Wonderland. Our pronouns are he, him.
Audience, your guess is as good as ours. What that means, we'll maybe find out. Now, please have a seat. Mind your manners. The table is set. Our very special Hades High School holiday one-shot-ish begins now. And we're back.
And start.
That's the shit.
We're gonna do a real quick recap. We'll cover it more in depth as we begin next season. But for this episode, I'm gonna keep it short and dirty. Last time, we started mid-Toga party in the caves that was attacked by Cersei cultists as well as Meg's sisters. Electo being one of them who died. But Athena was turned to stone, Artemis turned into a wolf, Electo died, everyone else survived, except a lot of the cultists and witches. Dusa got a wand. Our Chthonic kids secured their deals with the God Squad for boons after that. The Night Theater, aka Wrestling finale, happened. Meg and Thanatos defeated Poseidon and Aphrodite for tag champions. Theseus, with the help of a Hypnos betrayal, defeated Zeus for school champion. And then they got a warning box thing, followed the red string to the caves if they wanted to rescue dear Zagreus. So they went to the caves, they found another sort of Colosseum ring set up, this time with the cultists as the audience, as Theseus faced the cult's champion, his old friend Atreus. While this match was going on, Zeus showed up looking for revenge, not on Theseus, on Hypnos. Dusa struck a deal with Cersei. This deal was that Artemis would be spared if they killed Zeus, and then they would cancel all of this for now and settle it another day. The group wasn't really on the same page on this, but as Zeus charged in, Than tripped him, Dusa turned him to stone with a wand, and then Meg shattered him. Theseus was about to be finished in the ring when Hypnos and a no longer stone Athena jumped in to rescue him, their potential sacrifice causing Atreus to reconsider that maybe Theseus has changed for the better if there's people willing to put themselves in harm's way for him. Then in a flash of moonlight, Cersei and the cultists disappeared. Zag's still gone, but all that will be settled another day. Artemis was back in her original form, no longer wolf, and on the way back, Than used his powers to see Zeus surviving, washing up on a beach somewhere seemingly far away, and Artemis dropped dead. Chthonic kids showed up back to the school in a rainstorm with a dead Artemis and found a group of new students and their headmistress, Hel, being greeted by Hades. And that's where he ended. But things will start to move a little bit here. We see a flash of scenes. We see the Chthonic kids being brought inside, carrying Artemis's lifeless body. We see some of the staff, Persephone, Achilles come, take her away. We see the Chthonic kids, the God Squad coming out from the dorms, and these new students all just standing drenched in this main hallway. We see the Chthonic kids being just sent in the sort of haze, still not even having time to really comprehend what's going on and what has happened, back to the basement, the underground, the Chthonic layer of the dormitory tower, where they wait. And the scene is yours. It is the five of you, and the five of you only. Still wet from the rain, still probably in various states of aches and pains from the matches that had taken place this night, and still not maybe fully comprehending what's happened between Artemis and Zeus and the cult and Atreus and this new students, and a lot of things were just dropped on you at once, and you're just left in the dark to figure out what to do next.
I just had a thought. I should mentor one of them. They could use guidance. Hopefully
That's
they don't
what you're
run into
thinking
the
about
same
right
issues
now.
as I have. Yes, what are you thinking?
Thinking that Cersei didn't uphold her end of the deal. I'm thinking we have to go find her. I'm thinking Artemis is dead.
we made the deal. She said she would. We're dripping. Here towels for everyone's wet. And Deuce is just on the ground cleaning the ground now.
Relax. People lie. I can tell you this with great experience because I've done them.
That didn't feel like a thing you can lie about or a deal that you could fake. I don't. It doesn't seem right.
She also made us do other things. So
You know what we would really benefit from?
I know
Some
what you're going to
rest.
say.
Thank you. You knew we were here.
No, not for the reason you think.
No, I mean, a beneficial, genuine. We should just go to sleep.
as an aside, thank you. Didn't expect that. I thought you would, abandon us. Abandon me.
I thought about it. Maybe I should have. No, then I wouldn't be down here. I'd probably be broken into 1,000 pieces. Like,
Rude to me.
I tried.
So
Good.
What if he's still alive?
based on the fact that Zacharias has come back more than once, I'm going to assume that yes, something is very strange about this place.
Dan, what are the
Or-
chances that you're saying that because it's not hypothetical?
Oh, please don't do that to me. It messes with my head every time he does. weird
Wait,
shit.
then did you see Artemis?
I saw Zeus. I saw his dripping form on a beach somewhere. Far away.
Great. Well, we know he's not going to let that slide. Good luck, Hypnos. I'm kidding.
Maybe you're right though. It's been a long day, night. We should get some rest. Everyone's hurt and we can figure this out tomorrow.
My best friend tried to kill me, so. No.
How are you
My
feeling?
best friend? Would it be weird if I said I kind of understood?
No.
No.
Quick to that. Jeez.
It seems like you guys are on the same page now, though.
Hope so.
Or at least maybe headed somewhere better.
But Aries doesn't feel like that.
I think you and Aries are cool.
Yeah, but maybe he saw and maybe Asterius was right.
There's only one way you're gonna figure out that. Just gonna have to talk to him.
But talking about your emotions is so hard.
And you want to be a mentor.
Yes, because then I can talk to them about their emotions, not have to deal with them.
Real do
You know
as
what
I
that
say,
sounds-
not as I do approach to mentorship then.
Exactly.
Let me know how that works out.
It'd be amazing. I'm so good at it.
There's also the fact that two of you are gonna have to find two new boons.
Who needs a new boon?
Well, unless those are awarded posthumously. You and
No,
Hypnos.
He would want me to have it, right? Did we actually exactly understand how those work? Did they give us something, or do they have to speak up for us? Because if he has to speak up for you, we would. He's not here.
do like some sort of thing to prove your worth. Artemis was going to have me do like a hunt or some kind of like survival thing, if I remember correctly. So we'll figure it out.
What we could
Back, she
do.
can come back. She's pretty awesome. Seems like she would fight her way out of some shit. That's what I want.
We can forge some signatures. Get some old notes, look at their handwriting, and possibly.
Do you have a lot of notes from Hades? Zeus? Whoever the fuck died? I forgot their name.
I don't know that that's going to be the best solution. But if it works out, let me know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna sleep on it. Emphasis on sleep. Good night. And goodness, I'm gonna go to bed.
You turn and almost bump into Headmaster Hades, who you didn't even hear him come in. It's like he stepped out of the darkness itself. It takes a step forward as you turn, bump into him, look up at his massive frame. He looks down at you, and then across the rest of the people in this low-lit common room in the basement. Artemis will live, but she's being sent home to recover. She will no longer be enrolled in Hades High School. Normally, it being the end of the semester, and as you've completed your finals, we would have the boon ceremony. You can understand circumstances are not typical. Tradition will have to wait. But we still need to make sure that you're all going to be here next semester. So tomorrow morning, please come to my office. Bring those who will grant you your boons. Theseus, you're still head student of this group and champion of the Night Theater, I hear. Please organize this. Make sure no one is tardy. There is much to do.
Absolutely, Headmaster, sir.
And then he
For recognizing my great achievements.
steps back, opens the door, which you never heard him open in the first place, but does use it to exit the room, closing it behind him.
It's a great achievements part.
I think I'd dial it back and just be thankful that Artemis isn't dead. Somehow.
I don't know. I said, death is weird.
You have no
Sort of freaks me out, I'm not gonna lie.
You really have no idea.
How much it should freak me out? Before you say it, don't. I don't want to know. I'd rather have no idea. Ignorance is bliss and all that.
Seems like a guiding principle for you.
Thank you.
So with that, it's quite late, though. As Thanatos mentioned, a couple of you may not have your boon secured. Is anyone following Hypnos to rest to deal with this in the morning? Is anyone going to try to deal with this tonight? Or are we going to try to... Well, the decision's up to you.
I mean, Dan feels pretty good, so he's not going to stress too much. I'm pretty sure Aries is going to hold me down.
Thanatos is going to look towards Meg and say, "Are you preoccupied?"
I was gonna go grovel to some people. If you want to come along.
I can do that. I'll be a little ray of sunshine.
Sounds good. And she'll do that thing where you don't hold hands, but you like put your pinky out.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do the pinky thing. Yeah.
Hypnos, Dusa?
Deuce is gonna go to bed. Deuce is gonna clean everything and then go to bed.
Stress clean. Gets a little bit of order in a otherwise disorderly evening.
Also, yeah.
Uh,
Plus one of those areas.
it's true. If you wanted to... Hypnos.
Yes, Hypnos is going to bed, but I would like to use a move.
Excellent. I assume your move is going to require people to be asleep. So we will start with Fan and Meg. Pinky and Pinky. Heading, I assume, up to the top floor of the tower where the God Squad resides.
Okay. Go ahead, say your thing.
Elevator or stairs? Where I know a lot of times you avoid the elevator, but now
Stairs.
the person who usually fucks with the elevator isn't around, so I don't know.
Take the elevator or the stairs?
Stairs.
Stairs.
Stairs it is. Anything happen on the long, winding walk up?
Fan is just head down, sunglasses on, like looking for like a pack of cigarettes or something. Has like wiped. You can see the face paint from the night theater has been like almost wiped off, but there's still like the stains of like black and white grease paint on their face.
You, doing okay, all things considered?
I think I might have done something.
Go on.
Well, you know how things are weird and
Yeah.
things with death and everything like that. I don't know if it was me, I don't know if it was fate, but something pulled Zeus back. I saw Zeus back, though he crumbled to tiny stone bits.
Like perfectly fine back?
As much as being abandoned on a deserted island can be fine back.
Do you have any idea where it was? No. Anything else about it, or you just saw Zeus?
You recall it was a certainly more tropical climate, more green, for a moment clear skies before they quickly recovered in clouds and just violent blasts of lightning just scalding the beach he was on. But there was a few moments where you could tell bright blue water. Not here, not the Pacific Northwest for sure.
It could have been Mexico, it could have been South America, the Caribbean, someplace like that. Coast of Africa,
Okay. Warm?
tropical. There was a storm, but I'm sure that was him more than anything. The thing is, when
Yeah,
I
that
saw
tracks.
it and I came back, Artemis was dead.
Okay. So it's like if we didn't hold up our end of the bargain, Zeus wasn't dead.
Maybe. I don't know. Or it could have been... I'm worried it's me.
That you brought someone back from the dead, or killed someone, or both?
The entire time that we've been here, Nyx and Hades have all said that we have to find our purpose and what we are and what we can do. And the more I've been looking into this and the more I've been studying into it and trying to bring Zagreus back and things with Dionysus and you, Theseus, and now Zeus and Artemis, I feel like it's fate pulling me in a direction. Literal fate, not just the concept of it, but like something.
Do you like where it's pulling you?
Not if it means that people that I care about are going to get hurt. But that's death, isn't it? Not being able to do anything as the ones you love are slipped away.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't seem to have a problem with that concept before all this started, though.
This place is doing something to us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some fucked up shit is going on. Just don't feel like all of it's like your fault or on your shoulders. Weird
I can
shit's
try
happening
that.
to everybody.
Yeah. How are you feeling about your sisters?
I haven't taken a lot of time to think about that yet. And I'm probably going to put that off for a while. I had a pretty complicated relationship with Electo. It's not the easiest thing to get into, but I do feel bad about it and wish that it hadn't happened that way or at all.
Well, if you need
So
to
just
avoid...
wish she never came here. Be like the
Oh.
first.
Probably would have been for the best. If you need any help, though, and it's really easy to make it look like Electo disappeared. I mean, you can just book a flight in her name and then pack some of her bags.
I don't
Hydrochloric acid
stop.
doesn't...
This isn't the right approach, Dan.
Yeah, you don't have the doomed condition, do you?
No, I do not.
Okay, good. All right, move on. That's the boy Theseus. Yeah. So, who are you gonna grovel to?
Out of game. So Artemis went missing, and I was gonna get from Aphrodite and then Poseidon, and then a bunch of shit happened.
Yes. So Aphrodite was going to come up with something you had to do for her to get
Yes.
a boon, which obviously was going to be fucky. So you went to Hypnos, who was very much in with Zeus, who's in charge.
Gotcha.
And
Yep.
Hypnos told Zeus, "Hey, make Aphrodite play nice." Which Aphrodite, instead of playing nice, used her pull to make Poseidon do it. So, by way of Hypnos, Zeus, Aphrodite, Poseidon was your boon.
Okay. I think I'm actually going to grovel to Aphrodite.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, honestly kind of owe her an apology, so figured it's probably a good place to start.
I reckon I owe her an apology too. She tried to pit me and Theseus against each other, and I kind of made regards to her actions being similar to a bluesy.
You slut
You
shame?
just say floozy.
I didn't say floozy, but I said that it was not becoming.
Got it. I will ask you about that story when I'm in a better mood. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I'll go find Aphrodite if we've made it up the
Sure.
stairwell.
Continuing up the top of the tower, the top floor, give a couple knocks, open large wooden door. Find a much nicer common room with the doors along the walls, the individual gods' rooms. Despite it being very late, and up here, the storm, one benefit of being in the basement, it's definitely a little quieter here. You can hear it raging outside these windows up here. Almost feel, it's a sturdy tower. You're not worried about it, but you could still feel just slightly the pull of the extremely strong winds. In the low lights of a few candles lit around the room, you see sort of gathered here the God Squad, or what's left of the God Squad. There's Dionysus, there's Aphrodite, there's Hermes, there's Poseidon, there's Athena, there's Ares. No Artemis, no Zeus. And when you enter, all eyes fall on the two of you. And whatever conversation was happening goes quiet. Most are sitting around a table, though Poseidon, already standing, takes a few steps towards the two of you. It's pretty late. What's up?
Just came by to see if Aphrodite was still up, and she is, so I was just gonna talk to her.
Sort of leans in and looks at you, looks over at Thanatos. You need to talk to just her, or you need to talk to all of us?
I guess I can talk to you too. It was about boon stuff.
Boon stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess that's still something that you're worried
Yeah, it was
about.
just made clear to us that it was something we should be worried about. So I'm just taking care of it before I
Also,
complete the
apologies
rest of
are
the
at
semester
hand.
off.
There we go. Let's start with that.
I would like to issue a apology on allowing things to get out of hand.
He looks back at the rest of the group, and it's just a weird seriousness in the air. Aphrodite hasn't even really looked up. She's just remained sort of looking at the table. Hermes is the only one just sort of fidgeting nervously. Dionysus takes another drink. Ares, you can feel bristling a little bit. Poseidon goes, "Hey, out of hand. You don't think you're underselling it a little bit?"
I was getting there.
Okay, let's get there.
It was clear that there was tensions between some of us and you. as well as Aphrodite, as well as Ares, though I know that Ares has a fondness and a friendship with Theseus. And I have gotten to know some of you. I will not take full responsibility for the actions that were provided by Zeus, though it was clear there was an escalation. And instead of putting a stop to it, I bought into it, because I don't like bullies. But that does not excuse what happened to him, your friend, as well as others during the party, though I will not apologize for the actions of Circe.
The storm has not picked up. It doesn't sound louder. You're not feeling its effects on the towers. The leaks have started. Through some of the windows, water starting to come in through some of the cracks. A couple drips here and there from leaks you didn't even see on the ceiling. Pools starting to form here or there about the room. You killed Zeus. I'd say that's an escalation.
Did you not think that maybe Zeus had full intentions to kill Theseus? Just because he was a bosom companion with my brother. Did he not have intentions to harm Meg or Dusa?
I guess we'll never know, because you killed him first. But you're sorry?
Absolutely. Thanatos is going to take his glasses off, and you can see that there's like yellow pupils now instead of the standard color. Nothing that I would want more for us to be able to grow from this. And I would love for the full blame to fall upon my shoulders so that nothing comes to anyone else in the Thonic kids.
A martyr. Interesting. We'll take it under consideration.
Yeah.
I think there's a path forward here. That's the good news, right? Everyone, that's the good news. And that's actually what I was hoping to talk, and he points to Meg, to you about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you got?
You need a boon.
I do.
The only reason I gave you one before is because I understood the hierarchy. We got a leader for a reason. He makes a decision. I don't see a reason not to follow it. He's not here anymore, so I'm not beholden to keep that favor, we'll
That's
say.
why I'm up here. I understand the situation.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So you understand. I'm the guy now. Zeus was great, but Then was onto something. He was a little volatile. I get along with everybody, and I've done a lot. I have a lot of pretty impressive leadership qualities everyone can agree on. I saved Zag. We all remember that. I don't see why we can't work with you guys. especially if we're gonna have new kids here. This infighting, these rivalries, tragic though it may be, let's let it die with Zeus. This is the first time Aphrodite looks up, and you can see sort of beet red eyes, tear-stained cheeks, as he just sort of looks up. And he can feel her look, but he doesn't look back at her. He keeps facing the two of you.
I think that would be great, Poseidon.
Okay. So, strength in numbers, all that. And you, no offense, Than, you, Meg, always had the makings of varsity, you know. God Squad material. I saw it in you from the beginning. Other people are like Theseus. It was you. It was obvious. I think you get in line as an enforcer. Help people understand that the shift in power is taking place, you know. Help your people get it. Excuse the metaphor, but I mean, it could be rough waters around a transition like this, and I'm trying to keep it smooth sailing. That's where you come in. So, get your people in order, and then when the new kid comes in, Zeus told me to give you a boon, I did it. But if I ask you to do something for me, the guy, I hope you could do it too. Does that sound like something we can agree on? You get a boon, you stay here, but then you work with the big dogs.
I'll agree to that if she will. She had my boon first.
That was before. Remember what I said about me being the guy? You can't be doing stuff like that. You can't be going around me asking other people. I'm making the call. It doesn't matter what she wants. Like, of course, I care what she wants. I care what everyone wants.
No,
I'm all
you
ears.
just said you don't want infighting, so it should be pretty easy for us.
Yeah, but you shouldn't even be
Right.
asking that. Like, that kind of shows, right? We gotta present a strong front. People need a leader at a time like this, and that's me. So, me and you agree. You get the boon. A boon from the guy, that's gotta look good. That's gotta look good for the headmaster. That's setting you up. And then next semester, we're all in it together. I'm captain, but what's a captain without his crew?
Not a captain.
Exactly. He puts a hand out. You can see almost a glint of some of the many sort of jewelry, bracelets, rings he has on his finger. Or you try to convince the headmaster to make an exception for you. Doesn't work out, you're gone. All well, right? But man, I don't know. I don't think you should be abandoning, I mean, your crew, but also the crew.
Can't abandon my crew. And I'll shake his hand. Firm handshake.
Grabs, shakes.
Trying to crunch a bone.
No role necessary. You're a very strong individual.
Just to...
Yeah, you squeeze hard. Actually, rolling's fun. Give me a volatile.
Rolling is fun.
already has my volatile modifier in it, or no? Yeah, no.
It should.
Just kidding. Partial success. And I do not have any strings on Poseidon that I've marked, so.
With a partial success, you're the only one who notices. You squeeze hard. You see a vein. You see a twitch of the eye. You could tell you've gotten to him, but since it was only partial, it doesn't quite make the effect in the room. But you know.
I don't need it to.
Okay. Excellent. Quite a grip. Oh, and speaking of, you can. Hey, we're already working together for your first task. Athena here is willing to give her boon to Hypnos. Apparently, he did something brave, defending Theseus, something I don't know, something that she's into. He did. So you could pass that message along.
Sorry to.
The first gift from the captain. More where that came from.
Great. Well, I'll let you guys get back to building out the new hierarchy, I guess. And I kind of glance at like Athena and Hermes as I say that, like people I know are like cool with my friends at least. Not like to make a eye contact with them. I just want to get their vibe.
I mean, hey, Hermes is visibly uncomfortable, nervous, more fidgety by the moment. When Athena does not want an emotion displayed, there is not one, and this is no different. Yeah. She's as statuesque as she was earlier this day. She was a literal statue. Dionysus just keeps pours another drink.
And maybe you guys can work on guest lists in the future. Pointedly to Dionysus, and I head down the stairs.
Okay.
Thanatos is going to follow behind, is going to stop at the door, and is just going to... So glad that could work out really well. And just from the champs to the former champs, pointing to Athena and Poseidon, really glad we could work this out. And I would like to use my Death Incarnate roll on Poseidon, please. My move.
Please read for the class what this is.
Whenever you choose to gaze into the abyss to learn someone's fate and roll successfully, they gain the condition doomed. Only 2 can be doomed at a time. I would like to move my doomed from Theseus to Poseidon, please. If I roll a 7 to 9, then things happen.
Let's see that roll.
See that roll, huh? Come on, you reds. Partial success.
Partial success. Would you like to choose? The subject of your vision feels uneasy around you and they get a string on you. You experience part of their dark fate and take a harm, or the inevitable grows closer.
Give me that harm, baby. I want to feel it.
Okay. Go ahead and take a harm. What does this look like when you gaze into the abyss to look at someone's dark fate?
So typically it's been like an interaction with people, almost like touching them or like taking in their scent or something like that. And you get like Thanatos gets pulled back and is almost like a voyeur, a watcher in this scene. We sometimes had it so that like sometimes Thanatos is part of it. But this point, I think it's just the thing, like the snap and the finger point, and walking backwards, and some of that rain that's leaking in touches, like falls on Thanatos's hand, and it's almost like involuntary, like gets pulled away.
You snap, you point. That snap is loud, deafening. It shakes the entire room, causing you to flinch as your ears are now ringing from the blast of that snap. As it is the last thing you hear, as looking around, you hear, so in the movies after the explosion, that dull ringing and that sort of warped sort of noise. Everything's heavily deafened. As you are on the mountaintop, the one here on the island, shielding yourself a little bit as debris falls around you. You can't hear anything, but you feel another snap. You feel another lightning strike close. This time you barely dodge out of the way. As it hits where you were just lying, feeling it, the thunder reverberate in your body as you stumble up in time to see a cackling, bloodied, but very much enjoying the moment, the student you just saw outside, the one that was called Thor. As he points his hammer to you, smiling a bloody grin. As you start to get up, and with the help of water that sort of helps push you to your feet, though it's not doing much for the conductivity of the lightning you keep getting hit with. There is a hand on the back of you. As you look, you get ready to sort of look at a new angle of attack. This isn't working. And as you go to sort of dodge the next one, you're held fast by a hand. You don't see it, but you can feel a sense of betrayal. You know who that person was, so you can't pinpoint it. Someone who you're fighting alongside with, who just interfered. And that's when just sort of the door closes as you're in the stairway again. The door was loud, thunderous, but enough to shake you back to your senses. And you're in the stairway with your good friend Meg.
Well, that was humiliating.
Yeah,
You
it
okay?
really was. I am going to go kick the shit out of a punching bag. Or I don't know when I'm gonna start.
Understood.
So I'll be in the training area if you want to join me. If not, understandable.
I think I'm gonna let you have your alone time, but if you want to talk later, you know where to find me, okay?
Great.
Meg,
Yeah.
that asshole's gonna get his.
What are the chances that you're saying this as a hypothetical?
Currently, 50-50.
We can get those, we can bump those numbers up.
Agreed.
Meg, going to let off some steam. Than, I assume you're heading back
To the room.
to the subterranean room.
Subterranean room.
Hypnos. Hey. Athena's got your boon. You can sleep in.
Hey, can we text?
No, there is
Oh, just
distinctly no service on this
that's
island.
right.
It's been a real
I get
problem.
that.
That plays into a thing that I'm going to do. It's the only reason I'm asking, to make sure.
Than, what are you doing? Are you going to deliver the news, or are you going to bed?
Do you want me to deliver it for you so you could go let off some steam?
I feel like if that gets back to somebody, it's going to be a weird technicality. I'm just going to shout in there.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm just gonna go see if I can blast away these bad feelings with more bad feeling music.
For the sake of brevity, then we'll say, Meg, you go down and you literally just shouting.
I open the door when Than goes into the room, and I do just shout.
Hey, Hypnos, Athena's got your boon.
Athena's got your boon. Hey, I just humiliated myself in front of everyone, but Athena's got your boon, so don't worry. And then I slam the door.
You would all hear that.
As heavy as a sleeper as I am, do I actually hear that? And also preparing for that move, would that even be possible?
You tell me.
Evens or odds. Do it. Roll even or
What
odds.
would you like to happen here? Do you still want to do your thing, or do you want to hear it, or both?
Actually, I'm gonna roll. Meg, darling, odds or evens?
Okay, I'll take the odds. Ah, I should have gone evens. If I have a string, can I make it an odd by adding one?
I mean, that's one way to blow a string, isn't it?
What do you do, Hypnos?
I've got him.
I mean, a string's a string. That's funny. Yeah.
I spend a string so you hear my message. There you go. I have one string.
You guys are literally making up these rules, so how your version of the rules work, sure.
It's an hour
did.
Monsterhearts.
We don't even need you anymore.
Clearly.
The GM-less game.
Great, so you do hear it. Congratulations, you get my message.
Okay, you hear it. Do you proceed, or what do you do?
I'm gonna proceed with a different objective.
Okay. First, let's roll to see if it happens.
Okay. Let's roll some dark baby.
And will you read what you're doing for the class?
Sure. Let's see. I got tabs everywhere.
Actually, you roll, I'll read. You're going to use the move, I had a dream about you. You gaze into the abyss. On a 10 up, you choose to enter a sleeping person's dream. Although, is this someone from the God Squad?
Yes.
Okay, they would not be
I
sleeping.
mean, you'll get
yet.
my head one more time. Don't do this to me no more.
When visiting a dream, the dreamer controls their environment. Or can't control their environment, but you can interact with them as in person. Strings and conditions earned in dreams remain when awake. And you failed anyway. On a failed roll, the character instead has a nightmare about you. You have a -1 on all rolls against them during your next interaction. Who is your target for this, Hypnos?
Aphrodite.
Perfect.
Aphrodite's gonna be having flashbacks to that threesome.
Okay, so Aphrodite has a string against you, and Aphrodite's having a great night. Finally gets to sleep just to have a disturbing hypnos-centered. I forgot what Aphrodite looked like. Okay, nightmare. I haven't looked at these slides in a year.
You're a fucking.
I forgot about Zagreus's. That's the best.
Oh, the coffin, yes. Okay. That happens. Anything else before we wake up the next morning?
I have a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's new kids, right?
Somewhere.
No, I mean, I followed them. I want to know where they're going. I did not go to bed.
So you head out. Last you saw them, they're in the main hall.
Yep.
You head that away. Where you find yourself, no new kids, but Patroclus is here. Looks over as you approach. You should be asleep.
If I could sleep, then I wouldn't be here.
What are you up to, champion?
I'm trying to meet the new. I'm trying to take on more responsibility. I am working on myself, and by working on myself, I feel like all of the experiences I've had this past semester, that I should pass on to the students that come behind. It is my duty as a leader for.
You're cutting out a little bit.
It is my duty as a leader for my floor and the fellow students that I have behind me.
Thesis, you can't wake up these other students at 3, 4 in the morning and begin giving speeches. You will have plenty of time to figure out how to navigate this situation. We're going to count on people like you, actually, to make this work.
Yes, sir.
Historically, it doesn't.
Could I be honest with you for a moment, sir?
I guess.
Have you ever been in love?
Thesis, go to bed.
No, seriously. It's an important question.
I suppose, maybe, by some definitions.
How do you deal with it? The heart pounding, the nervousness, the clammy hands, the constantly wanting to do good for them?
My advice, though, my real advice is for you not to take my advice on this matter, is to not to deal with anything. Live it, embrace it, take it, have it, hold it tight. It will slip through your fingers, and it will hurt. But some days, though not most, it's worth it.
Yes, you're right. That's terrible advice. Thank you. Have a good night.
He sort of bristles at that, but goes back to sulking even harder if possible as you go back to your dorm room. And as some of you maybe get a little bit of sleep, it's not much time passes until it is morning, until you're expected in the headmaster Hades' office with the students who will be giving their boons. So we find ourselves back in the sub-basement, in the common area, with all of you.
Okay, let's get this over with.
Have some autopsy photos that I need to arrange in my scrapbook.
What?
I think they were joking that time.
No, they're not joking.
No, I would not be in the slightest bit surprised.
No. It's not autopsy photos. It's just X-rays. But the look on your faces were priceless.
Keep going.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Just turn around and go.
Go collect our gods. Or
Yeah, I
something
need
like
to
that.
talk to Ares. I think we're good.
I think you guys are fine.
Been through some things.
He seemed pissed last night. Though it could have just been because I was there. And Meg.
We probably could have just been
Everybody
with
had,
fucking Poseidon. That guy's a douche.
He was in rare form this evening. He's the new top guy.
Wait, he's called himself the top guy now?
Yeah, he's the captain. Everybody else is
Captain.
But
That's amazing.
didn't you say that Hades? Shit. Zeus is still alive?
Tell them that.
That's even better.
How-
Imagine what it's going to be like when Zeus comes back.
So they know he's alive. So how does that work?
Don't know.
No,
He didn't.
they don't know.
They have no
We do.
idea.
Oh.
I didn't tell him.
Okay. Can I tell Hermes?
Do so.
No.
Why?
I don't know. He has my boon?
No.
You already have the boon, right?
Well, we have to go to the office with the person right now.
You guys made a speech. You got the boon.
You don't have to do anything else.
Oh, so I don't have to go to the office then?
No, you have to
No,
go to the
you
office.
have to go to the
Not
office.
Yes,
that
the boon
part.
confirmed.
You still have to go. You don't have to tell him anything else. You don't.
Oh. I'm gonna go find Hermes for the office. I won't tell Hermes.
Take your boon. Don't say things.
Take the
Just
boon, don't
get
say
the
things.
boon.
Take the boon, don't say things. Take the boon, don't
Don't
say
say that out loud when you find Hermes. I'll go with you. I'm gonna go with you.
I say you're all going to the same place.
We're all going to the same place. Yeah. Deuce is just walking and it's just like, okay, yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, I'll assume you go upstairs. It's quite early. Also, none of you told them last night that they need to be up bright and early to do this.
Oh no. I'm going to track this motherfucker down. I know he likes to sleep in.
Oh yeah.
I'm guilty.
Yeah, you get up there. It's quiet. You open the door though, and you do wake up Hermes, who's sleeping on the couch. Who immediately just gets up. Oh, hey. It's a little early. Not everyone's up yet. Oh man.
Yes.
I was even sleeping in.
They
Imagine that.
need to be.
We have to go to the headmaster's office. Anyone who was getting a boon has to go to the headmaster's office early. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you, and I feel really guilty about that.
We're doing the boons now? There's like a whole ceremony for that. We're doing it now?
No, we're just going to the headmaster's office because ceremony's canceled.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Let me gather who everyone who's a boon for you guys. And
You also get Athena for me. And
yeah, that's one of the
Tina
people.
has the boon.
Yeah, and they'll very quickly just a series of knocks on Athena, Ares,
Little idiot.
Poseidon, and Dionysus.
when he says he's going to get Athena, Theseus sort of hides behind Meg a little bit.
Yeah,
Step out of the way.
he does that. The only one door opens, and it is Athena, who looks out sleepily. What is it? We're skipping the whole ceremony, everything, so it's gotta happen now. It's gotta happen now. You gotta get ready. Oh, well, we're meeting the headmaster, and I can be able to look, as presented as you usually do. Not that you look bad now, but I think time is of the essence. So yeah, let's get going. It's time to give a boon. You're giving yours to Hypnos, and she just nods and just sort of wipes some more sleep from her eyes and goes back in.
You look
be a little-
radiant.
persistent with the others. Oh, thank you. And he goes, this is the one that's going to take a while. And he opens Dionysus' door a little bit. He goes, hey, buddy. And then you see a goblet come flying towards him, which he knows to dodge. We'll get him out. But it takes a few moments. He's willing to be the annoying alarm clock to eventually get the others, explain what's going on. Poseidon actually probably is the next out who could have mentioned this last night, but that's all right. All hands on deck, let's do this. And we're giving the Thonic kids boons. We're bringing them on board. We're making this official. If you've got a boon, let's go. And eventually, the ones who need to come out.
What do you mean by bringing us on board?
Anytime Theseus says something under his breath in front of Poseidon, I elbow him hard. If he's gonna hide behind me, and also piss off the person who holds my future in their hands, I'm gonna.
You say you needed a board?
Yeah. Eventually, those come out. Poseidon kind of makes the weird, disheveled, like surfer look work, though, so he doesn't look that much more different than he usually does, despite the mourning. But yeah, eventually the God Squad sort of mostly quiet, but Hermes follows you down.
I'm gonna
Deciding you do have to wear a shirt to this.
Yeah, he gestures. He has one of those like scarves that goes around a few times, kind of draped over. I got you covered. Well, I got myself covered. Barely. It's fine.
I'm gonna hand some sunglasses to Dionysus.
Oh, God, you're a blessing. And just sort of kisses you on the cheek, puts on the sunglasses, pours a little hair of the dog. Okay, let's go. And he's just like stooped, and this is the least like energetic, and like he's a larger than life personality, and he just seems like a fraction of himself.
Gonna have the fucking Big Lebowski, the dude, go walk into the headmaster's office.
Unless there's a specific conversation you want to happen, they will head to Headmaster Hades' office with you. Where? Poseidon will say, I should knock. And go and knock.
When he turns to knock and says, I should knock, Thanatos is gonna look over at Theseus, drop the sunglasses, and go,
You both get ripped.
Does a couple knots.
Didn't even do anything this time.
Headmaster Hades, it is
elbowed again.
Poseidon, here with my fellow students to bestow our boons upon our worthy newcomers. And yeah, Hades just says, yeah, come in. And Poseidon opens the door. After you, you line up where you see, despite it being early, you assume Hades probably has not slept. Just has paperwork on his desk, which he immediately begins covering certain things as you come in, rolling some scrolls and whatnot. And I apologize for the lack of ceremony that is due. I don't want you to feel this is an insult, or that it speaks to the nature of the importance of what we're about to do. I think you all understand the gravity of what we're dealing with, though. Actually, if I can have everyone but these five for a moment. Poseidon says, you heard the boss, man. And he'll lead the others out. And when the doors close, Hades will stand. Things are not supposed to be this way, this dangerous. But we're forging a new path. Change rarely comes without resistance. You were all part of something very important. You were all chosen. And that means something. But I still need to know that you can prove your worth not just to our algorithm, but to your peers. This school only succeeds if we work together. Not everyone needs to work together, though. Only those who prove worthy of being part of ushering in something great. The burden of responsibility is not one all can bear. In fact, often the most powerful turn out to be the most imprudent. A mistake we should avoid this time around. I would rather have a house full of dependable individuals rather than impressive fools. There is no point in pretending you aren't unique anymore. I'm sure by now you've all noticed you possess something special, a purpose, and perhaps abilities to aid in serving this purpose. You are here primarily to discover that. Some find it sooner than others, but all still have a long way to go. I cannot help you with the how, just the what. And then hopefully we can all learn the why together.
Headmaster,
Yes.
did you know about us before we got here?
No. I did not select you. But it is my duty to make sure the selection was correct. You may come in. And the rest of the God Squad enters in again. Please present the boons. Dionysus goes, I gotta get this over with. No offense, that man. You looked out for me. And man, you made me feel like I belonged. Not just here, but like belonged in my own skin. And man, you helped me see the worth after especially after, let's say, past mistakes. I know I urged you to leave and not worry about this place or the boons or any of that, but man, I'm glad you didn't listen. So, despite your dour demeanor, you have a way of bringing out the happiness in at least me. So take this. It gives you a cup. This is an overflowing cup. Because we have a jubilant bond together, me and you, Than. And that's why you belong. For making me realize I also belong. Hades nods in approval at this. Man, it's too early for this, but I actually feel a little emotional. And he kind of takes the cup from you and takes a drink from it. Puts a hand or arm around your shoulder.
Thank you.
And Ares steps forward next. And he looks at you, Theseus. What we've shared with our words and our actions and our bodies, it's worth all the boons in the world. We agreed to be there for each other, and you understand what it means to not just work with each other, but to be something more, to be brothers, to be family, but in like the familiar sense, you know. And that's important, that we start treating each other like more than students, like peers, like family. And this guy gets it. And it's that kind of thinking that's going to take him and all of us right to the top. Can I get a Hydras? And he makes a Hydra roar, which Dionysus kind of half does. Hermes enthusiastically does. Poseidon, after a second, does as well. And we're more than me and you, more than friends, more than best friends, more than rivals, more than brothers. We're blood brothers. And he gives you a blood-filled vial. We're blood bond. Doesn't get more deep than that, man. And he brings you in for a...
Pull my blood vial out. I was waiting for this moment my whole fucking life, bro.
You had a fucking blood... God, they said I was weird for having this. You see what I mean? Yeah, and he just takes you...
handshake,
yeah,
you know?
Does the handshake, lifts you up. There's so many different exchanges and touching that happens to show that you're blood brothers.
We fucking headbutt each other.
Yeah, there's a crack
dizzy
that Hades even flinches at. That is quite enough. Congratulations to the both of you, I think. Next. And Hermes steps up. Dusa will step up with me. Dusa not only is a really good friend and supportive like the people before, but you kind of wouldn't know it by looking at him, no offense, but Dusa's, the foundation and sort of the leader. We talked about this. You're so important.
You're important.
You're important. And important enough to have this bond. This boon. Sorry. I feel a bond with you too. No, but this is about boons, and you have it. You have mine. And he brings out this feather. Where am I at? The plume. A lambent plume. This bright red orange feather. And kind of sticks it in your hair. Your hair's so cool. I thought a feather in your hair would look cool too, and your hair's green, and this is like orange. And I don't know. They told me it would clash. I think it looks good. But anyway, this Dusa deserves to be here because Dusa is just very diligent, and not only being a good friend and a good person, but also there's a lot of cracks in the foundations of, literally this place, but also just like bonds and things like that. Dusa's always doing what she can to sort of clean up other people's messes. And I can't even know where to begin to explain all the things she's done, but I did write them down. And he pulls out a list and he starts listing things. And
is it a scroll?
Yes. And Hades says,
Your penmanship is really good.
You may leave the scroll here, and I will make note of each one of them. Thank you both. And Hermes says, congratulations.
Thank you so much. You're smart too and important.
Steps back, and Athena steps forward. Hypnos.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
I do know what I did.
But you also know what you did.
I do.
In a good way.
Oh, that was funny.
Headmaster, I have noticed Hypnos, despite their demeanor, is actually very much willing to not only implement extremely risky but downright brilliant strategies, using themselves as a key piece in the games they choose to engage with. Not only that, they see themselves as someone willing to make the sacrifices, put themselves as a way to defend their friends. He glances at Theseus. And for their wisdom, their strategy, and their willingness to defend others, I believe Hypnos is more than worthy of my boon, Headmaster. And she hands you an owl pendant. We share a knowing bond.
Yeah, and they're gonna fix it to their blanket. Straighten it out.
She steps back. Poseidon looks over at you, Meg. steps up with you. And Headmaster, until we figured out what happened with Zeus, everyone has decided I will be taking over as the point person, captain of sorts, head guy of the senior class. So it honors me to bestow Megara here with a boon for then Hades says, and he sort of looks down for selflessness, for a journey of self-discovery, of a willingness to engage with the less obvious threats, the threats within oneself, for bravery, for being a fast runner, for I have a whole list of things. No, Meg has been left a boon already. Poseidon, we will not need yours. Meg, and he pushes a box towards you and opens it. That is an adamant arrowhead that Artemis had left for you. I understand she cannot be here for this, but she insisted. And I thought it appropriate. Poseidon goes, Meg, you're more than willing to take. You can still accept my boon if you would like.
I'll take your boon.
It's not necessary, Poseidon. I think
We good.
I got everything I need here. Thank you so
Who
much.
doesn't want 2 boons? I mean,
I don't want to twist your arm or anything. And I hold the arrowhead tight in my hand.
Hey, water under the bridge. No problem at all. I'm just glad you're all going to be sticking around. He just goes, yes, thank you for that. That doesn't matter, though. With that, again, I apologize for the lack of ceremony, but I hope you understand the importance of what's transpired here, and you take this seriously moving forward. As you already saw, we will be joined by more in your class next semester, but for now, officially, I will be seeing you all next semester. I'm glad you will continue and graduate, hopefully, from Hades High School. Now I have much to do. And you all should pack as well, those of you who are going home for the holidays. Karanis already has the ferry going back and forth. He's already taken the new students back, and starting with the freshmen. So by tonight, you all should be ready to leave as well. Dismissed.
I linger for just a second in the office, if I can. Sir?
Yes.
Is there a way I could get a thank you to Artemis? The cell service isn't great here. Otherwise, I would just message her. But I didn't know she was doing that, so I just like to get something to her to say thanks.
You've been through a lot, Megara. But I can see you are strong enough to weather these hardships. So I'm going to speak plain. The Artemis, as you know her, is no more.
Can you speak plainer than that?
While, in the most technical of senses, she is alive, we've returned her to her home. The part of her with a greater purpose died here.
Okay.
It's best now for people like us not to meddle too much with people who are trying to live a more simple life. Though I know, as I'm sure you do, that she understands your gratefulness. And whatever part of her that was left thought you deserved that.
Thank you, sir. And I'll leave.
Okay. As you're dismissed, Poseidon doesn't linger long before heading back. Neither do the others, as I mean, everyone does head home. People do not stay here for the holidays.
Definitely give Poseidon the later, champ.
Later, Theseus. Later. And plenty of congratulations from Hermes. The others sort of make their way.
I stop at the.
Yes.
Can we hang out outside of here?
I'd like that a lot, yes. They forgot to assign our usual assignments over the break, so I think a worthwhile use of our time would be to get to know each other better.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to Canada. You want to come to Canada?
That can be arranged.
Okay.
I take packing very seriously, but we'll discuss the details after.
I will bring less trophies and medals.
Can't imagine why you would need them. I'll see you soon. She just kind of smiles and goes off. And then throughout the day, as our group returns, and we can jump into some conversations as we might need them. But it's busy. There are many other students in this school. There's other grades. And it's kind of frantic as people are kind of being rushed out because the storm hasn't really let up. So they're trying to, and it seems to actually be getting worse. So they're trying to make sure to get everyone out quickly and organized before the ferry can't run anymore. And they almost do. Until that night, before they quite get to the senior class, the rain has turned to snow. It's turned to ice. It's turned to just a pretty intense winter storm. And it's at some point that Hades would visit. Those of you who've been talking, doing last minute things, packing, would visit you in your rooms to let you know that the senior class, unfortunately, will have to remain until the storm breaks. There's no telling when that will happen, as it's quite an anomaly, actually. But the staff is here as well. They will do everything they can to make everyone comfortable. In fact, some have already got together to plan a feast of sorts. For however you celebrate the holidays, they want to make that available to you in the next few days. In the meantime, do not make any more work for them. Do not get into trouble. Be good so we can have a nice little celebration together. And then when the storm breaks, hopefully you can head home. But right now it's looking like it's going to last for a few days at least. So he's asked you to make what preparations you need. Though he does note that on the last boat here, Charon did manage to drop off mail to those who had put in orders. Mail, things of that sort, has arrived in the last shipment. Though he's not going to be able to come back. Be good. Don't take other people's stuff. Go get your things. Please don't bother him for the next few days, and he'll see you at the feast. And that's where we'll take a break to see what happens in those few days, or see what happens at our little snowed-in holiday feast. That's it for that. See you soon. Bye. We are back. Oh no! Who'd have thunk it? It's a snowstorm. The Thonic kids are trapped at school for the holidays. What's gonna happen next? It's me.
What game are we playing now?
We're playing Hades High School. So we have time. In a few days, there will be a feast where the staff and the senior class will get together on the actual holiday day to do our little celebrations. But if there is anything that you would like to happen in the meantime, now is your chance. Otherwise, we will go to that moment. So, what's going on as we're trapped in the storm?
Juice has decorated the main room. She has found every string light and tinsel, and it looks like Christmas threw up in there.
In the common room of the Thonic kids room, amazing.
Thanatos hearing the news that they're going to be stuck there for a few more days has holed up inside his room and is doing the Wolverine holding the picture frame, but it's of his cat Mort, and it's just like, soon, I'm sorry buddy, soon.
Theseus is just going to be very cheerful and jolly, but also just come up to Dan's room, Dan and Hypnos in there, and make things awkward.
What's happening? Is there a snowstorm? Is there an earthquake? What's happening? Is something else going wrong on this wretched island?
Thanatos, I need to talk to you.
Float out of the room, essentially. Just open the door slowly. Can I help you?
So I'm gonna be real. This thing's been kind of in my mind for a little while, and I can't quite let it go. Do you remember what happened with Cersei? That whole situation.
You see Thanatos is preparing himself to get punched in the face, and then goes, the whole turning students into animals thing and the toga party?
Not that.
Oh. This? The moment that we had with... And then Thanatos does almost like a lean, almost against the door frame.
Theseus takes a little step back, seeing you do this.
Sorry. It's yeah, what about?
I don't want things to be awkward between us.
Are they awkward?
I feel awkward.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Is there anything I can do to make you feel not awkward? I mean, we're directly addressing it right now.
Yeah, I don't.
If it would make you feel better, I can sit across the room from you and I can giggle every time you walk past if I'm sitting.
Oh, please, God, don't do that.
Okay, good. I don't like giggling.
I didn't take you for a giggler. I mean, it was fun. It was good.
Yeah.
I really like Athena. Don't tell her about this, please.
Oh, hey. Come on. Look. What you and I and Meg shared was a beautiful moment in a very fucked up situation. In a storm of wrongs, there was one right that night. But I'll tell you, that stays between us. I understand that you have a thing for Athena. Everybody can see it, and I won't press too hard if it's something that you don't want to continue down the road. I understand boundaries, friend.
It's not that I don't. I don't know if she. Thank you. I think I should go now, probably.
Okay. Absolutely. And if the conversation ever comes up between she and I, it's our business. Don't worry. But if you ever need anything from me, you know exactly where to find me.
Yeah, I do. I mean, yes. Thank you.
Of course. Tell me, Theseus, before you go, do you celebrate the Yuletide?
Holy shit, this is my favorite holiday in the fucking world.
Oh,
You like gifts? I got you a gift.
We'll hold off on those. Yes, I enjoy gifts. It's a important part of the holiday, but
I thought you were such a fucking Grinch. I'm not gonna lie. You just seemed like the type that just like, I fucking hate everything. People's happiness fucking sucks.
oh no, I very much like for people to be happy, but I also want people to be realists. I also can't stand the hallmark holiday of Christmas or Christ Mass. I think it is a representative of everything that's wrong with America.
But like, spending money on your friends is cool, right?
You know what else is cool? It's the shortest days of the year, and everything is cold and dead all around. Snow is on the ground. And you get to put up these, and you're just gonna see Fan grab a wreath, and it's just like it seems like it was naturally woven from like some of the trees around here, and it's got little bones on it. You should hang this up on your door. For Yule.
Yeah. Okay.
And don't worry, there will be gifts given. There's more where that came from.
All right. Really holds.
Close the door slowly.
When you open the door to exit, Athena's there. She sees you. She's actually getting ready to knock. Oh. She looks at you, looks at the bones. What were
It's not
you...
mine. I swear, it's not mine.
She looks in at Thanatos. Yeah, I don't care to know the details of that conversation. I know I said I would consider traveling with you. Obviously, we're stuck and we cannot travel. But we are preparing to have a snowball fight. I told Ares you would be on his team. I would like a challenge, so I'd like that to happen.
Of course.
Get your
I'll
things.
be honest with you.
I will not be
I'll
showing you mercy.
This just Theseus' face just cracks to the biggest smile when she says that. This is the greatest moment of his life right now.
Yeah, she smiles back. You can see she's already sort of bundled up, ready to go out.
Bring your best.
And everyone's invited if they're so inclined. But this is a snowball fight, and she'll head outside.
Athena, before you go, gonna grab from out of frame, the door frame, another one of those wreaths. For
How do you have so many of these?
With all due respect, absolutely not. And she will continue outside.
All right.
Anything else happen? Conversations, things of that nature.
Theseus wants to have this conversation with Meg, but he's not because he's scared of Meg.
I see how it is.
I was going to make a point of saying that Hypnos was hibernating, just like Dusa had gathered tinsel and everything. They found every warm thing, every scarf, every spread blanket, pillowcases for a holiday nest. But then, you wouldn't believe it, Theseus came around and the conversation happened. So I'm just gonna keep that tucked right in here.
Hypnosis creeping.
You had a conversation too close to the blanket layer.
It just looked like Apollo clothes. How did I know?
Who knew?
How would I
Warmest
know?
corner in the suite. Thanatos is going to hang a wreath on Hypnos's door. And is going to grab one, is going to go to grab two, and is going to go to Dusa and Meg's room and knock on the door.
Tusa opens her. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. I brought a couple of things. Now, Christmas is not my favorite holiday, but I am feeling in the spirit of Yule. I just talked to Theseus about it. I'm sure you already know about the traditions of Yule, so I don't have to go into it. But I made you and Meg some wreaths to hang up on your door.
Thank you. Let me see if Meg is here. Meg peeks around a corner.
Yeah, I'm literally right here.
Hi. Dan is here. He brought presents. Well, wreaths.
No, I heard it's like the doors are thin. Yeah, no, I came out because I heard Thin was here. Thank you, though.
I also brought some popular Christmas movies, things that people are known to watch if you want to settle down maybe for some hot tea or cider and watch. I brought some of my favorites. This is Goodfellas. I also brought Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Prometheus, and Mean Girls. You know, all the famous ones.
Isn't Prometheus an alien movie?
Yes, but it does take place around the time of Christmas. There is one scene that has Idris Elba wearing a Santa hat and decorating a tree on board the ship, so it's technically a Christmas movie.
You got me there.
No, they don't.
Do you have Gremlins? That one's my favorite.
I did think about bringing Gremlins, but I didn't want to offend your senses because I also had a bunch of other ones like Krampus and Black Christmas and Silent Night and The Lodge and, you know, all of the popular horror ones. But I guess Gremlins is a good crossover.
Watching Gremlins?
We can put it on.
Should we get everyone else? Where's Theseus?
There's a
You say,
snowball
yeah.
fight happening.
Oh.
We don't have to do it right now, but it's something that we could do later. I also know Hypnos is hibernating, but Hypnos is a big fan of Gremlins.
I'm down to snowball fight and then movie later.
Oh yeah, let's go. We should go to the fight then.
Yeah. I can grab my coat and stand menacingly and smoke cigarettes and watch everybody pelt each other with snow.
You have to throw at least one.
That can be arranged.
Excellent. Should we wake Hypnos?
Of course, we can.
No.
I'll meet you outside. And she just sleeps.
I want you to know that Dan comes out wearing what looks like a deconstructed Rubbermaid trash can, but made into armor with a lid shield.
Okay.
Cool.
Taking
And
this
he's like,
very seriously.
I am ready for war. Megara, will you join my team?
Is that the uniform?
No, you can choose the armor of your will.
Great.
Aphrodite's going to be on the other team. Probably.
Okay.
I'll be
Okay.
sure to go cheer on my two favorite Thonic kids.
It's like really fucked up. Juicer really looks up to you.
I was being... Never mind. It's not a bad
I was back to you.
Oh, got it. Very well. Excellent.
Hypnos! Wake the fuck up!
I told them not to.
Wake up! You make a good distraction. You can just hide in a hole.
We can make you a snow hut or an igloo. Actually quite warm.
You guys try to accomplish this impossible task. I'm gonna go find Dusa.
Listen, he's warm. Why would you do that to him?
You see Thanatos is just standing there with like the very puffy long jacket, like the puffy trench coat, has two scarves, has two beanies, has two gloves, and a pair of long johns. We can also get your special poncho too.
I hate you. I hope you know that.
I love you too.
I hate you so much.
Oh, brother.
Theseus comes barging in. Hypnos, up! It just banging his lacrosse stick against the trash can shield he's made. Donk, 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 donic, 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 donic.
And they just roll out the bed, hit the floor, inchworm.
Seriously, what gets you excited?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Ew.
This isn't the first time it's made mention and asked about things like that. Remember a certain game of Truth or Dare?
So who is participating in the snowball fight?
I'm gonna make Dusa participate.
Frost King Theseus, Lord of the Winter Wonderland, must participate.
Our
But I
great,
also am gonna directly. I know Theseus said I was on his team. I am gonna walk up to Athena and say, "Whose team are we on?"
our brothers Grimm, are they also participating? Or are they staying out of this one?
I will be there standing on the sidelines like the cool mom.
Hypnos is joining the
nice mean
team,
girl.
whether Hypnos likes it or not.
feel like
not.
everyone's getting dragged into this.
That's what you
Yeah.
get for being in my dreams all the goddamn time. You were the first person I thought of.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, you head out there, and it's still actively snowing pretty hard. But they've converted a large part of sort of the long path leading up to the school itself to sort of like a paintball course, but for snowballs, but all made of snow. As you can see Poseidon putting the finishing touches, as he seems quite adept at quickly shaping large amounts of snow into different barriers, obstacles, things of the sort to make this sort of an interesting battlefield. And you also see Hermes just sprinting around like an excited dog, either jumping up piles of snow, helping to patch up certain things. You can see there's already like a whole gathering of snowmen that's probably supposed to be like each of you as well as them. But all seem gathered out here, though you don't see Aphrodite. And as you all arrive beside him and say, "Oh, you've all arrived. Well, Dionysus, that means you're playing."
Oh no, I was just.
No, I insist. I insist.
Yeah, the HBIC insists.
Head boatman in charge. I like that. Now,
Exactly.
Ares, your blood brother, insisted on being on your team. Theseus. So we'll take Meg.
No, Meg is on our team.
The teams have to be even, Dusa.
You know, maybe.
Oh, so you're saying you can't win?
I volunteer.
Absolutely not. Meg, come on over.
Sure.
And yeah, Ares will sort of walk over to your side. Sorry, Meg, but we got this.
No, I'm sure you're sorry. And I go over to the other team.
And yeah, you go with Poseidon, Athena, Dionysus, and Hermes. And Athena is like, "Oh, Meg, I'm glad you're here to join us."
I'm honestly really happy to be on your team, if I'm honest.
No, that should be somewhat fair, though. Not to be rude, they have a bit of a handicap with Hypnos. But that's okay.
Is not handicap? Is Hypnos like the kid from A Christmas Story? Like the I can't move my arms? Like
What's everybody's winter fit? I know we heard Thanatos is, but what's the winter fit situation?
I mean, yeah, Hypnos is bunched up, just like steady. They're sturdy. They are warm.
Hypnos, how many layers do you have on? Can you actually move your legs? Is that causing a fire every time you move because you got that many thermals on?
It's just billows and billows of steam, of that heavy, angered breathing.
Meg's definitely got like the layers, but not like sensible winter layers. It's like when you wear like a t-shirt and then a sweatshirt over that, and then like maybe a bigger hoodie over that, and then you like leather jacket over that. So instead of like one big coat, she's like built up a bunch, and then some jeans, regular combat boots. They're not necessarily super waterproof, but they'll work. And then the little ear mitt headband over her ponytail.
Dusa has like a big purple jacket with like a big hood with like the fur around it. It's just like purple winter boots, like the water resistant ones.
Ah,
big mittens.
The kind you'd pack up for school when it's
Yeah.
snowed.
Yeah, 100%.
Would Dusa have the beanie that snowboarders will sometimes wear that has a lot of like tassels
No,
hanging down
that's
from?
not-
Okay.
No. No.
Nice try.
I was trying something.
Got to get that full Midwestern out. Theseus is out there with a t-shirt and a fleece under this trash can thing. Like just a plain white tee, some jeans and some Timbs.
Which kind of goes with Aries a little bit, who's got like jeans, holes in the knees, a leather jacket with a white t-shirt, also Tim's. We see Hermes
We didn't
Bundle-
coordinate this. I'm just saying.
bundled up pretty good, though does have like a very long just sort of scarf that's coming loose a little bit from him running around everywhere. See Athena in almost like a ski outfit, fashionable but practical, very warm. The jacket, the pants, though she does wear like one of those knit hats with like sort of almost like the Trojan thing on top a little bit. Comes down tied around the sides like a helmet almost. Dionysus, Ugg's huge fur coat that's not practical to move around in. Probably shouldn't be getting in the snow or anything like that. This is like a luxury fur coat for sure. But he's rocking it. And who do we have left? Oh, Poseidon, of course. Who definitely be pretty bundled up as well. Nothing too fancy. Kind of practical, we'll say.
Somehow I can see this fool like walking around barefoot though in the snow. These goddamn flip flops.
But the sides are drawn. Snowball piles are made. And let's do some rolls. I want to see how the snowball fight goes. Each of you can make a pitch on what you want to roll and what role you're trying to accomplish in the snowball fight. It's pretty basic. You start on different sides. People just run and throw snowballs at each other until you get hit and you're out until one team's left.
I think Thanatos is sticking to the shadows, being very sneaky, not trying to draw attention to himself at all. Doing the whole, just like I want to stand behind a tree, duck down, things of that nature, try to flank around. That little flanking maneuver.
We'll do some sneakiness. Okay. What about everyone else?
Meg is on the attack. I would love it if I could utilize my move, No Escape. I don't know how it would work mechanically here, but if somebody tries to get away from me, I can cut them off. It depends on that person's roll, though. So if that doesn't work,
What do you roll for that?
It's just if they roll a 7 to 9, I can choose to be the worst thing they run into. So if somebody, I guess, is getting out of the way of somebody else's snowball, I want to take it as an opening.
Sure. Dusa, Hypnos, Theseus.
I would like to use the move Sudden Escape because I want to be running away from people on the battlefield.
It's going to come down to us.
Okay.
Kind of helping Van with their distraction by like, look at me! I'm going to be over here now. Now I'm over here now. Now I'm over here now.
So
Big and purple.
Starting off, that means Than's rolling a dark. Is that a dark for you as well? Your runaway, Dusa?
I get to run. Yeah, I roll dark and I get a string from whoever I successfully run from.
Okay, so also roll dark. Hypnos, Theseus.
Hypnos.
Okay, since Hypnos is a little bit immobile, I would like to use Gaze into the Abyss to aim at someone.
Yes.
to do the least amount possible to like know someone's gonna run around this barrier, and you just happen to like lazily toss the snowball that way and hope they run into it more than you hit them with a snowball. Excellent. Give me a dark.
Hypnos is a booby trap.
You said booby.
And Theseus.
Okay, so there's a reason I decided to dress myself up ridiculous, because I want to make a pitch. I have extreme measures, and extreme measures is a move that says you have a special outfit, weapon, or other paraphernalia to help you get an edge. Choose one of my other base moves and treat rolling a 7 and 9 as if I rolled a 10. And the next time I do this, I get over the top, and I use the same move with extreme measures and treat rolling a 10 or above as a 7 to 9. So this is
I absolutely will count this as extreme measures. Your
perfect
rubber trash armor.
I also have a second question.
Yeah.
So we broke it into teams and people were talking. How long did we have after we were talking? Did we have enough time to prepare our own snowballs?
Yeah.
So you're telling me I would have had enough time to clean up the area that we're staying in and fighting in? Make sure there are no rocks on the ground, make it nice and clean.
I will say if you were to make like one of the little, like not the whole battleground, but if you want like to set up a little base for you, and Hypnos isn't moving. So I'll say you and Hypnos can use a +1 since you're the immobile, you're holding the back line down. So yeah,
cool.
So we'll say that's in play. Also, yeah, Dusa, give me your dark. And Theseus, are you going on the attack? Do you have a specific target?
I'm going on the attack. I'm going volatile, and I'm going straight for Poseidon.
Okay, give me that volatile using extreme measures.
Mine was a 14. I just wanted to say that out loud, that I got a 14 on my dark. So whoever I'm running it from, I get a string on them.
Partial for Hypnos, partial for Than. Than, who's your target?
Dionysus.
Gonna roll a few things here.
Woo!
And 11 for Theseus.
It also means I take an L on my next dice roll, but that's fine. That's fine.
Partial L, not a full L.
Yeah. I
Also,
mean,
thanks to
provided I
Dusa.
don't roll just an L.
Thanks to Dusa, I have a 10 technically.
Hey.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Wait, what did Dusa do?
I cleaned.
Made a base.
I made sure there were no rocks on the ground for Hypnos to trip on.
How's Hypnos gonna trip on a rock? Hypnos ain't moving.
Just in case, like,
I know!
corner and Hypnos at the top.
Hypnos is sitting in a goddamn
On a
igloo.
rock, it would be uncomfy.
Yeah, and I want Hypnos to fall on a rock.
Bad rolls by our opposition here.
Good.
Do I also roll, or do I go later since mine is a like?
No, yours is a reaction to someone. So here's what happens.
Uh-oh.
Oh, one of them's a 10.
So I did that for Dionysus. Okay, so, yeah, Poseidon, Athena, and Meg are sort of the spear for their team, where you guys just were Ares, Ares and extreme measures, Theseus, kind of take the brunt for your team. Snowballs flying. Things are taken very seriously. You see Athena, Poseidon, and Meg probably move pretty well together, covering each other, putting out covering fire with snowballs and all these things, maneuvering pretty well until at one point Than is sort of taking all of this as a distraction to sort of move into the back line a little bit, where Dionysus is chilling in the back, but he doesn't have a bad arm. He's kind of lazily checking every once in a while. He's got a good lob as he'll lob some snowballs as covering people until as he eventually packs one up, gets ready to lob it, and sees too late as Thanatos is already sort of stuck in their back line. And what's the hit look like?
Thanatos is gonna be like, I imagine it's like a hi, and then it's just like this Dionysus being like, please don't hit me, please. And it's gonna be a nice softball lob.
Yeah.
Just like hit the front of Dionysus.
Yeah, he just goes, not the face, man. And yeah, you toss it at him.
Toss it at him.
And he goes, Captain, my captain, man, I'm out. And with that distraction, he looks. He goes, God damn it already. And that's where he sees where Than's already got in your back line. And then he sees their fucking whirlwind Ares coming in. And then he looks to you, Meg, who Athena and Poseidon managed to lay down enough cover to force a bit of a retreat on Ares, who was heading at them to sort of break their line. As he goes back to get cover to get some more snowballs again, he runs back, turns to see that he's safe, and goes to grab the snowball pile, which you are there somehow. What do you do?
Told ya, and then I, as hard as I can.
Yeah, that's when you guys just hear a fuck just scream out.
Bro!
Yeah, you look back just to see like the hand hit the snow next
So dramatic.
on the other side of the thing as the snowball rolls out of his hand. Ares is down, which that's when Poseidon locks in with you, Theseus, and starts going. And Athena and Hermes sort of, which Hermes is quick, and you realize he should have been sort of part of Phalanx, but he wasn't. That's because he's ran around the side using his speed. But despite all of his speed, not quite good enough to get a 14 on Dusa, who, using his speed, gets back to their base, gets the jump on Dusa, should have had her dead to rights, and can't hit her. Goes, what the heck, you're so fast. And they're just like laughing and giggling, and he's just tossing snowballs, not even seeing as he does run past Hypnos, who just underhand swans and catches him. It's an easy toss, but because of how fast he was running, like fully knocks him off course and just sends him tumbling into one of the barriers that was constructed back there. And Theseus, with your 11 here, you, Athena failed to roll. Poseidon did not fail their roll. What's your move, though? You can see Poseidon's on you and is kind of locked on, and he's definitely, if you're not careful, going to get you with one of these if you don't get him first.
Yeah, Theseus is going to go full extra on this. So it's the whole sort of front roll through the snow, grab a snowball out, and then just kind of like overhead, just swing it and then slides.
Yeah, so you do the roll, the slide sling, right when he just launches a rocket straight at you, where you're about to be. Snowballs colliding midair, both of you getting the success. It's just powder just erupts in the air where those two snowballs hit. Through that powder, that's when you see Athena also do a similar roll maneuver through, chucks one at you, but you're already back on your feet. She failed her roll, and you get your trash can lit up. Man after her own heart, using your shield to block her projectile. Let's do one more volatile roll for you.
Boy. The best I can do is a partial success. So let's see how it goes.
Partial success, so that's fine. So with a partial success, I will say you could get one of them, but not both of them. Who are you gonna get?
I want to get Athena because I feel like this is a sort of flirting in a way. However, I cannot because I could not possibly let Poseidon think he is superior to me in any way. I would rather ruin my relationship than let Poseidon think that he is better than me. And therefore Poseidon is getting just beamed in the fucking face.
Yeah, so him and Athena working to maneuver around you. You look at one other person, and oh, not even that really, because all the other people are sort of off in a thing. Yeah, able to. He releases, but right before his gets to you, yeah, you just straight beam to the forehead, just head back, crack him with a snowball, dropping him. But using momentum to roll, making his barely miss you, but putting you right in the sights of Athena, who, like straight softball style, underhand just launches one and just catches you in the gut, getting you out, but also just smiling, seeing your rocket into Poseidon. The snowball fight continues. You guys are outnumbered a little bit. It kind of goes back and forth. Actually, I'm going to leave this up to Meg and Thanatos.
Okay.
You're going to be the deciding factors here. Than, you'll have a +1 because you have the numbers.
Perfect. I think Than is going to take a quick swig from like Dionysus' flask or whatever and say,
Oh, I hit you while you're taking a drink.
"Oh god damn it!"
Sorry, do your thing.
Oh, it's just gonna say, take a quick swig from the flask and just be like, "Sorry, I've got to go hit a pretty girl with a snowball," and then turn, and then doesn't see Meg anywhere, and it's just kind of like keeping the eyes peeled. No.
You don't see
Oh
me.
no.
Yeah,
So what role do you want to do? What's your?
I want to gaze into the abyss and see if I can see hide or hair of that ponytail anywhere. See if it's
tricky
sticking out
little
behind
fury.
the-
Yeah, give me
Yeah.
dark roll +1 for you. Meg, what are you doing?
Oh, this is a volatile roll. It's easy.
You're just going for it.
Yeah.
You got a breadstick to break. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, dark for Than, volatile for Meg.
Right.
There is no escape.
Okay.
Oof.
Both of you succeeding. So this is what I'm gonna say happens. Meg, the fury she is, just hones in on you like a predator, catching you seemingly unawares, sliding behind and just winging a sidewinder at you. Or what do you do? What's your hit to Than like?
Oh, yeah, I think maybe noticing like Than is looking for me, and knowing like we're pretty outnumbered, I just like take the risk and go for it from just like backside and just go to like swing it at like from behind, but also I'm like making enough noise so that I can see their face as they turn around when they get hit.
Yeah, they turn around, you make eye contact right as you beam Thanatos. And then you take the hit, make eye contact, have that moment. And that's when the one you threw up in the air just falls down and hits her on the top of the head. Because you saw where she was going to be and you just tossed one straight up.
Just straight up?
Yes, she didn't even see. And you ended up stepping right where it landed, each getting each other out. Which means
Fast, I'll give you that.
it's Athena versus Dusa and Hypnos. Dusa and Hypnos.
We got this, buddy.
You still have your +1. You're still in your little home base. You're holding the back line, waiting for Athena to come for you. What rolls you want to make?
I mean, I'm gonna try dark
Same.
again.
I'm gonna run away again.
Do it, yeah. So we'll see if Dusa could bait Athena into your little base where Hypnos has something waiting. She's not rolled
9.
good on these all day. We'll see what happens though. Dusa, that's a 9. Hypnos. 10.
Yes.
Oh, and a 7. Yes! Like clockwork, Dusa exposed. Athena just sort of shakes her head, but gives pursuit surprisingly fast. Misses a couple, and it's like okay, and has to scoop some. Takes Thesis' shield, putting a couple of the snowballs on it to have just the extra ammo. Is running his pelt, barely missing. Eventually does hit Dusa, but all the energy and focus it took to hit Dusa. Hypnos, our last one standing, just to lazily do like a big one that they had ready. Just
They stand behind their building
Yeah.
a giant snowball for fun.
yeah, the size of Hypnos that it looked like was another snowball lying next to a snowball until the final one is thrown. Athena getting hit, turning back to see Hypnos, being like, an unexpected strategy. Often the ones that are most effective. Congratulations.
Can I go back inside, please?
Yes. All in all, good snowball fight. The mood's good. The mood's high. No sore losers here. Not even Poseidon actually is like, it was pretty good to where even Poseidon is sort of, despite himself, like had fun playing it.
Theseus does the whole walk down the line, shake hands thing.
Yeah. We get some good games. And the snow is a little less harsh. It's now sort of a nice drift. It's almost scenic, kind of a beautiful looking out here now. Though you're trapped here, it's sort of this little haven away from everything else. It's hard to believe that mountain and that school hold some of the mysteries and dangers that you've been experiencing. Right now it's serene, it's calm, and it's peaceful. Something you never thought you would use to describe this place. In fact, with the blizzard died down and the snow a gentle drift, you can spot in the distance a couple huddled, walking near each other in the snow. Looks like that might be Patroclus and Achilles, seeming deep in conversation. A weird, where they were probably literally speaking in a blizzard, maybe not that long ago, but now that it's died down, you can spot them. They're heading in deeper into the island, unawares that anyone can see them. But just the last little thing you spot before heading back in. Unless anything else wants to happen, time passes, people celebrate. There's a movie night where everyone can kind of get together and watch some of these movies. Though all of your suggestions most people are fine with, for some reason the God Squad has an issue with Prometheus. They don't want to watch that. Everything else is fine though. One of the nights, you would see some of the staff also just sort of enjoying that time around, going for walks. Sisyphus seems determined to roll like the biggest snowball possible, and you see them like each day out there working on just literally as big of a snowball as they can. They just seem determined to use their time and energy to do for some reason. Other people, just some board game nights people do. Ares and Athena have their Warhammer collection with them, and they spend a lot of time battling it out
What armies do they play? I need to know for reasons.
What kind of point?
Fuck
Yeah,
off.
what's the point?
Oh
value
no,
of
these are
armies?
2K games. This is the dream, to be snowed in somewhere and have nothing to do with play Warhammer. That's heaven.
Who says taking lots of notes and learns the game?
They're happy to teach if you want. Athena loves teaching strategy. But yeah, just different sort of people are just kind of enjoying their time.
No, it's evil. Don't do it.
Deuce enters
Yes,
darkest
join us.
self.
If you play, I'll play. If you play, I'll play. Theseus.
You got money for this, right?
Get one army.
And unless there's another specific scene anyone wants to happen, we could proceed to our holiday feast.
Is Mrs. Nix around?
Yeah, you can. All the staff, as well as Eurydice and Skelly in the town, are around.
Thanatos is just going to go to wherever she might be located, maybe her office or her room, and is going to knock politely on the door, his hands behind his back. You could find her. She spent a lot of her time sort of in the library, cozied up with a book next to the big windows, watching the snow drift next to a fireplace, catching up on some reading. As you walk in, she gestures to a seat next to her, closes her book. What are you reading?
I am reading about Haloa. It is a holiday, one celebrating femininity, among other things. It's considered one of the winter holidays, a Greek tradition. I was just reading about a dance around a giant phallus. But anyway, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to say thank you. It's a weird time of year, and I don't know. I've told others I don't really celebrate Christmas, but Yule I celebrate, and gift giving is a big part of Yule. But it's.
I need to go give Theseus detention. Excuse me.
I understand.
You.
Yeah. Yes, he's been. There it is. I was wondering. But I was thinking of of course, the Thonic kids and some of the God Squad are going to get gifts, but I can't imagine that the teachers get gifts from students often. Or if they do, it's something here or there. But I wanted to say thank you for helping me this past year, talking with me.
You're welcome. It's, my job, of course, but you have been certainly one of the more special, one of the more memorable students that I've ever had, and it's been a pleasure teaching you, and I look forward to next semester.
Absolutely. I've got a lot more to learn. I'm glad I'm going to be able to be here. So I just got you a little something. Nothing too garish or too exorbitant. If you don't like it, you can always return it. I did leave the gift receipt with it. It was from an Etsy store, though. So I'm just going to hand over a black wrapped, like a black parchment paper wrapped shape with a purple ribbon on it.
Thank you. Did not have to do this. Thank you very much. And yeah, she'll unwrap the bow and unwrap the paper. What did she find?
It is a very nicely made shawl that is black as night with a little bit of, like, it seems like it could have crystals or something in there, so they kind of glinter in the firelight and everything.
Yeah, she instantly wraps it around herself. And it almost like it reacts to her a little bit. Some of those crystals almost glisten a bit as it settles onto her frame, and it looks like she's always worn this. And she just looks at you and smiles and says, "It is perfect." Thank you, my child. This means a lot. Thank you.
It's cold around here, so whatever can help keep you warm. And it looks great, by the way. I just want to say thank you. I'll let you get back to your reading about phallic dances.
Thank you. I hope to continue serving you and being deserving of such a generosity.
No worries.
I'm sorry you could not return to your family, but I'm glad you're here with us.
As much as I hate to admit it, it seems that there's a few bunch here that I'm particularly fond of. And I've got my brother here, so...
Yes. You're not completely without family. That is good.
Absolutely not. Enjoy yourselves.
You too, Thanatos. And yeah, you see her just sort of smiles and continues wearing the shawl and returns to her book. Anyone else?
Has Aphrodite joined in any of the group activities at all?
No.
Okay, I go find her.
Yeah, she seems to be staying at the top of the tower, top of the mountain. Where you can head up one day. Do you specifically want to go when people are out and about, or when people are there?
I guess when people aren't there.
Sure.
It's more
You can go up.
privacy or whatever.
You can knock on her door. She would answer. She seems to be the only one up there. Yeah, she opens, immediately sort of goes to lean against the door. You can see she's wearing sort of a nightgown of sorts, though it is probably the middle of the day. She holds just barely against her form, leaning against the door frame. Looks you up and down. Meg, what do I owe the pleasure?
I owe you an apology more than you owe me anything. And I knew that you were probably upset, so I wanted to give space, but the longer I go without apologizing, it feels like the worse things would be, leaving it without that. So, I just wanted to say sorry to you specifically for everything that happened with Zeus, and for all of the shit that I blamed you for last semester that you didn't do. I took a lot of shit out on you that should have been directed at other people, and I shouldn't have done that, and I'm sorry.
Is that what you do? I'm sure they've given you the talk, your purpose. Have you figured it out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Punishing people.
Your purpose is pain.
And yours?
I am meant to love. Which might sound wrong, but love is wrong a lot of the times. Love doesn't feel good, Meg, a lot of the times. To be in love, to be love, it's not necessarily to be pleasant. The hardest part about loving is loving those who are hard to love. But those who are hard to love still need it. And I'm able to give that to them. often at even my own detriment. I loved Zeus because I had to love Zeus. Can you imagine a Zeus without love? The monster you saw, that's with the love of myself, with the love of Hypnos. He was still capable of what he did. I think he only got this way now and not sooner because of me. But despite all of his flaws, when you're in love with, have you been in love, Meg?
Yeah, I think I have, like, yeah.
Would you like me to tell you? Or do you want to find that out for yourself? Because I know.
I think that's a question I need to answer for myself.
Wise. You killed someone who I loved, and when you love someone, you are connected to them. Me, more so than most. Really connected to them. When you drove your boot through Zeus and shattered him into so many pieces, I was there. He carried a little bit of me with him. It's like you drove your heel through me too. I felt it. That's how I know. But I know you did it to him and not me, but it still feels like you did it to me. So, I just need some time to heal. Some time to find my purpose. Find someone else who deserves love. And I hope the one you love deserves it. And I hope you don't feel the pain I felt if they're taken from you. I can take it. I don't know if someone like you could. Not because you're weak, but because you're pain. It might be safest. While love can be a wonderful thing, it's a dangerous thing. And until we get this all figured out, maybe it's best that you proceed with caution rather than abandon. Focus on your purpose. Your purpose is not love, Meg.
No?
It's pain. And I feel if you get too close to someone, you might fulfill your real purpose. Girl to girl, heart to heart. I don't want that for you.
I'll take all that into consideration, Aphrodite.
Love's not something to play around with. Heart is not a toy. I think you know that. There's some that still need to learn that lesson.
Hopefully they learn it the easy way and not the hard way.
We'll see.
All right.
I need to get some rest. I've been having trouble sleeping.
You talk to Hypnos? I think he's got like Ambien and like melatonin and all kinds of shit to help with that.
I plan on talking to Hypnos soon.
Great. Go down the stairs.
Anything else? If not, then as the days pass, our cozy festivities, celebrations, sometimes more serious talks transpire throughout the days. The snow never letting up, but settling into a constant peaceful drift. Still impossible to travel through because they can't clear what's been blocking the ferry, but nothing dangerous. Until it is that day, the day for the celebration, where the banquet hall has been fully decorated with every possible winter holiday tradition is represented here in one way or another. Not in sort of with care, with purpose, but also just kind of flows together in a harmonious way as well. You can smell the food just entering the hall as it's just you and the guys. It's just the seniors left and the staff, of course. But the staff wants to do something for the students. They're here to sort of set this up for you. Eurydice from Falafel House is working with head chef to prepare all sorts of things. Some of your favorites, as well as some things you've not even tried before, but end up being delicious. Patroclus and Achilles are actually the ones serving the food to everyone, refilling drinks, bringing new plates and whatnot, just sort of working hand in hand, quietly but efficiently to keep things going. You can see at one end of the table some of the staff gathered as well. You see Hades is sort of his normal serious look, though there's a hint of satisfaction, a hint of instead of constantly thinking of things to do and work to be done, you can see him take a moment to just look at the students, look at his school, look at the house, and derive a little bit of satisfaction from what's been accomplished so far and what hopefully will be accomplished in the future. Persephone, who also is at his side, a quiet but strong presence. You could tell just they're comforting, sort of leading more of the conversation among some of the staff. You see Nyx in her shawl, with sort of a far-off look, smiles at anyone who makes eye contact with her. Every so often gives a subtle glance at Dr. Chaos, or Schaus as they pronounce it. But at the end of the dinner, she does do a reading of a Night Before Christmas, a classic. Schaus is wearing an ugly Christmas sweater, though kind of like the decorations, has patterns and representations of like every holiday imaginable, not even winter holidays. You see like Easter, 4th of July, Arbor Day, and there's like a weird just generic holiday sweater that every time you think you've like located them all, there's also always something else in there. You see them just sort of taking notes, and it's like they're working on just something, you're not sure what, just sort of, but happily just kind of being an odd presence that's there, enjoying being around people, but also doing their maths. At one point, people go to the window as Sisyphus knocks on the windows and wants to show off the humongous snowball he has amassed over his days of rolling it around in the yard. He's managed to kind of scoop out a nice smiley face on just this huge fixture of snow outside the window as he's just drenched in sweat, but seems satisfied with his work. I think that's our staff. And then as dinner winds down, people start with their desserts or sort of just start breaking off. You can see some people get some gifts out to exchange among some of the staff, exchange some things, some of the God Squad. Orpheus begins playing some Christmas music on the piano. Eurydice sings along with some of them. More sort of a jazzy vibe, though sometimes other people join in to ones they know are like. The fireplace is going. It's, again, one of the more pleasant, calm experiences that's happened so far. And everyone is gathered in the same large banquet hall. But things are, I won't say winding down, but shifting away from the actual meal. And gifts are being exchanged. What would you like to do?
As soon as gifts come out, Dusa just pulls like this giant bag out of nowhere.
Okay.
I have gifts for everyone. Is that okay? And she just starts
You're a music
pulling.
prince.
Oh, okay. She just starts pulling random stuff out, and she pulls out the first thing, and it's a little package, and she runs it. 1 second to you, headmaster, and she hands Headmaster Hades' little box. It's not really
Supposed to get them gifts.
not really for you. I mean, it's kind of for you.
And he looks, and Persephone just puts a hand on him and nods. Thank you, Dusa. I suppose I should open this now in front of you.
I mean, if you want, you don't have to.
And he looks at Persephone again, and he begins opening it. What does he find?
3 little dog collars.
His mustache rises, and just this big grin. Oh, these are precious.
They have like little skulls and bones on them around the edges. They're like little leather ones.
Look at these skulls and bones. 2 of my favorites. The pups will love these.
But they didn't have them on last time I saw them, and it could be more useful to keep them in control if you have like collars on them.
Yes, I suppose those rascals will be easier. It's about time to begin their training. Thank you. This was quite thoughtful and practical. The best kind of gifts.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoy it. And then she just like runs away. And is like back in front of the rest of you. Here, and just starts handing things to each of you. Sorry. Wrong pipe. I got really excited for the gifts. Okay. I need you all to know, watchers, listeners, friends,
Watchers.
I came up with this list as we were playing the last episode. So over a year, I've been sitting on
1
this
year
list.
hence. Who's opening first?
And they are wrapped really well. Like, good paper, sharp lines, ribbons, bows,
Professional.
glitter.
Who's going?
Who wants it first?
Theseus is absolutely opening first.
Yeah.
Can't help himself.
Theseus, you open yours, and it's like this big wooden board, and you see underneath it as a plaque, and it has Chthonic Kids, Knight Champions, whatever the year, and it's a little belt holder for you to put with your trophies.
I hadn't even gotten one of these yet. How did you know?
Well, your trophies.
I may have said that
Also, when you go back to your room, you'll notice I kind of reorganized them so that there would be more room so you can mount them.
How do you manage to get in my room? I don't need you to clean my room, Deuce.
I know. I didn't really clean it this time. I just dusted the trophies. They were getting kind of dusty. But now there's room on the wall for you to hang this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's next?
Meg will open her gift from Juice.
Meg, you open yours and it's a box and it's the whip you used, but Jusa has cleaned it and polished it, so now it looks really sparkly and shiny and has like a little whip holster, so you can now attach it to your belt so you don't have to just carry it around. And she like rebraided the end, so it's now more efficient.
Thank you, Dusa. This is going to be really, really great next semester. And she'll start to see how it would like attach. She'll like start to put the holster on.
Yeah, it's a really quick release if you need to, so you can take it and put it on different pairs of pants or belts or your jacket, even if you just hook it this way.
Cool. Yeah, Meg's like fiddling with it and checking out the end of the braid and stuff and looking at it.
Thanatos will go ahead and open his next.
Thanatos, yours is a cassette tape.
Because you made a playlist, I thought it would be best to give you one back because I know how much it matters to you. So here are some of my favorite songs that we talked about that you didn't know.
And she hands you that, and that's what you get, is a mixtape.
Dusa, you did a mixtape,
You said you're supposed to make those for people that you care about.
but you did an actual cassette tape.
I thought that would mean more to you. I don't know how you're gonna. Oh, I had this tape recorder that I used to record it from everything, so you could use that if you don't have one.
Thank you. Really.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna make so many weird noises with this tape recorder too.
I'm glad you're in a different room, but I'm glad you enjoy it.
And last but not least,
Hypnos, yours is you know those hoodie blankets? It's a hoodie blanket in your colors, except I've installed a zipper at the front so you can zip it closed. So no one can talk to you while you're in your giant hoodie blanket.
A cocoon.
So it's literally cocoon. It has zippers on all the ends, so you can zip the bottom and zip your face. Just pull your arms in.
Also a safety hazard.
Yeah. Not safe, but perfect for Hypnos. And it's like lined with like really soft, fuzzy stuff.
and in the middle of mouthing, it's perfect, they're zipping it up.
Oh, and I have another one. As everyone's opening their gifts, she's going to run over really quick to Hermes and pass him a small package.
And I made this for you.
Oh, yeah. He just looks and said, "This, honestly, wrapping, amazing." And then just rips it apart.
You said that no one has ever given you a sash, and so I made you a sash. And on one side it says, fastest student of Hades High. And she leans over. If you flip it inside out, on the inside, just in case you didn't want everyone to see it, it says #1 God Squad. #1 God of the God Squad.
Fast as my ass.
It's a sash. And he springs you in. For the slowest hug that I've ever seen, as he just kind of leans into it.
Now you have a sash.
How did you know? Well, I know how you know, because I told you, but you listened. I feel like I'm talking, no one actually listens, but you listened and you used what I said and you got me a sash. I actually got you something too. I didn't wrap it as well, and he's literally, it's like a little sack that he just sets down.
I love this bag. It's very good material.
Right? It feels good. And inside, there is a lot of loose candy.
I love candy.
There's a nice feather duster. There's a picture he drew of you two together. There's a lot of like joke prank stuff And he's like, I know you're always working to like keep things in order, but sometimes it's fun to mess things up too. So there's a lot of stuff in there you can mix things up, have fun, pull pranks, do whatever. I love it. And then you can pull a prank and then clean up after yourself. So those are the best kind of pranks. And then
this means a lot to me. And she hugs it back.
And there's a snake plushie.
I love it.
It's like that was actually mine. I brought it here. A lot of times, I would talk. I didn't feel like I would listen. I would talk to this thing. I always felt like it was listen. I call it Fighty, and but I want you to have it now.
She picks up Fighty.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like if you ever need something, amazing. Just let him know. It always helped me out.
Fighty, you're my new friend. Thank you so much for listening to Hermes, and thank you for listening to me. I will make sure to take care of you. And she hugs him.
He hugs you. And Fighty.
Yeah, just like a hug with Fighty in the middle.
Amazing.
And those are my gifts. So she then will wander back to the group.
Freshman, attend to me.
There are no freshmen
They
here.
all
They've
went
been
home.
Fuck.
They've been home. You keep yelling that, and I know I keep giving you the things that you asked for, but I probably should stop because I'm not a freshman either.
Luckily for all of you,
what do
your
you do?
gifts are in the other room.
Do you want me to go grab them for you?
No,
Oh, okay.
you just said not to do that. Also, they're very big.
I'll do it. He
is
just
special.
runs. He's not even sure which room he's going
Oh.
to, but he takes off.
Hermes, wait.
If you want
Just
her,
breaks a big fucking smile. Bring the mirror first, or the biggest box.
bring us the biggest box.
And there is a giant box. It is probably about 6-7 feet tall, rectangular. Dusa, I thought greatly about you and about things to make you happy. One of the things that I thought is that you're so worried about others that sometimes you should focus on yourself. And so I got you something to help you with that. And when you open this giant box, there is a mirror. It is about as tall as the box was. And it is made with what looks like the Loch Ness Monster sort of swimming around the sides of it in gold until both of the heads of the Loch Ness meet at the top. You should put this in your room
This is beautiful.
to reflect on yourself.
Thank you so much. This will make sure now you'll never have to tell me when I don't match clothing again.
That shouldn't be that difficult, honestly, but yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, Hermes just looks at it. It's like, that's what that was. Charon was pissed he had to track that in. That's cool. He
Wait
points
till you see the other one.
points to the sash fastest, and he takes off to get more presents.
I have a.
Oh, that best idiot.
What does he bring in next?
The other big box.
Theseus?
It is another large box. It is about as tall as Theseus is. It is wider than the last box, and rather light. Thank you. You don't have to do that, Hermes.
He's already running to
But I
get the
think
next
you-
one.
Hypnos, I have something for you.
Yeah? What you got, buddy?
Honestly, you were probably the easiest one to shop for. The problem was getting someone to make something that was perfect, if you understand. Just open the box.
And they're opening the box.
When you open the box, Hypnos, it is a life-size body pillow. It is of Theseus. Basically, buck naked, covering his privates. But it is rather soft and rather light. Memory foam, nice conforming style of pillow. I know you like to sleep. And I know you think of me when you sleep. So I figured I'd gift you with something so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Maybe you'll stop invading my dreams like a creepy fuck you are.
And what they're gonna do, caress this pillow, give it a nice squeeze around the pectorals, a nice stroke down the middle of the chest.
You should give this to my brother.
I have something special for your brother.
I bet you do.
Oh my god.
I demand merch. I demand this for merch for season 2.
With the easiest body pillow. Well,
What
bring
is
in the other one.
the next gift that is brought in?
If you've ever seen Seven, it looks like the box.
Oh no.
It is an exact replica, if you will.
Thanatos doesn't wait. Thanatos goes. I think I know which one. Who is this for?
Yes,
and
it's for you.
And then he goes. But what's in the box? Come on! What's in the box? What's in? Okay.
When you open the box, there is a skull. It is missing the jawbone. It has what look to be lights inside of the eyes. But when you open the box, it has a slight bit of smoke that comes out of it. You might want to make sure the gas is constantly filled on that, because the eyes stay lit as long as you want them to.
Just gonna pick up the skull and just hold it up and look up at it. Just go. It's exquisite. Thank you.
It's real.
Oh, I can tell.
I don't know where it came from, but it is real from my understanding.
It's just gonna hold it close to the torso.
What's the next gift? Or the final gift?
Oh, it's the last one for Lady Megara. And it is an envelope. It is not big. This is the tiniest of all of the gifts.
Gift card to Chili's.
Gift card to Falafel House. That's what I've been joking about.
I spent so much time thinking of you, Meg. Not in a creepy way.
This isn't-
Sorry. This was something that was fit for you, because I didn't think there was a whole lot of gifts that I could give you that you would get.
Is this an
This
envelope
one.
of cash? And I go to open it?
It is not. It is a card that has very nice things said about you. One of the best fighters that I've ever had the pleasure to share a ring with, so on and so forth. If I was ever going to be put in submission, I'd rather be put in this submission by you. And it is a gift card for a year subscription to Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Southern California. So you can learn to make people tap out all across the nation.
Roll with the best.
I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. Thank you.
Welcome.
Who's next?
Oh, she doesn't say anything about the card, but you notice she doesn't pointedly does not meet your eye after she reads it and sort of tucks it away into her pocket.
I honestly don't know how Theseus would react to that. He is in such a weird place right now. I have a gift for Athena, but it's not for.
Got it. Okay. All right. Thanatos is going to stand up and say, I figured since is the holiday season, I would get a gift for you all. So I'm going to read a rendition of the Germanic monks of Berlin and the last rites that... I'm just fucking with you. Again, always. It's so easy. It's very easy. It's very easy. And it's going to pull out a big black bag from under the table and is going to hand a box to Dusa. And it's kind of like it's a decently sized box. And it's a pure black. It's that Vanta black, like the blackest black that you could find, with a purple bow around it. And when she opens it up, there is a stylish black. It looks like a folder, almost like a trapper keeper or something, but it's nice leather, and on the front of it, it says "Property of Dusa, hands off."
I love it. Maybe people won't stick fake notes in it because it says my name and it says hands off. Thank you.
And when she opens it, there are books or pages where you can fit CDs and cassettes and stuff inside of it. And there's already the first page has already got a bunch of mixtapes in it. And there is one that says "A Thonic Kid's Christmas" on it.
I can't wait to read. We're gonna put this in the room when we get back.
There's also a very nice black card with metallic purple writing on it that says, according to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, analyzing data on driving deaths between 1986 and 2022, they have found that while the majority of dangerous driving days are in the summer, December 23rd and January 1st are among the 5 most fatal.
It's probably a good thing I can't drive yet. Thank you.
And then there's going to be a bag that is handed to Theseus. It is Vanta black. It has a purple ribbon tied to the top of it.
What's this?
Thank you. I'm not Hot Topic goth, but thank you. And you open it up through black parchment paper, and there is a signed jersey of the Ohio State University's top wide receiver, Chris Carter, as well as a CD that says "Thonic Kid Christmas." And attached to that, there's a card that also says, while heavy drinking and overeating can cause heart attacks, choking, and alcohol poisoning, one of the most dangerous killers around the holiday times is the not-so-innocent nutmeg. That knowing that if you have around 10 grams within your system, it can induce hallucinogenic, psychological, and toxic effects that might close your throat.
I'll be careful around the pumpkin pie. Thank you.
Absolutely, and hot chocolate as well. To my darling baby brother, there is a Vanta black bag with a purple ribbon tied around it.
Oh joy, another Thanatos Christmas.
Within it, there is another CD that says "Thonic Kid Christmas" on it, with a card, but first you see there's a matching pair of the I Love Baroque bathrobe and palazzo slippers from Versace. They are red with the Baroque trim around the wrists and around the midsection, but instead of saying Versace across it, all the way across it, it says Hypnos all the way across it as well. And on the palazzo slippers, instead of the Versace Gorgon, there is a photo of Hypnos that has been stylized by an artist to make it look like it is Greek style. The card says, between 2011 and 2015, U.S. fire departments have responded to an average 200 Christmas tree fires per year that has led to an on average of at least 50 or more deaths, and the number is growing.
Thanks, bro.
Of course. And there's a Vanta Black small box with a purple ribbon tied around it. That is like kind of double side taped to a CD case that says Sonic Kid Christmas as well. And Meg, if you open it,
Yeah.
you will see there is a Zippo lighter that has been engraved. So on the back of it, you see, the first thing you see is Fan and Meg kissing in a tree. And then you flip it over, and in elegant filigree, it says KISSIPPIPPI.
What does the card say?
The card says, though you
Merry
may feel
Christmas.
yeah, though you may feel safe inside, don't turn your back on tinsel, because a breakdown of afflictions caused by Christmas-related items, tinsel, lights, as well as electronic surveillance systems has caused a number of deaths among the elderly and children. Nowhere is safe in Christmas time.
Meg flicks the lighter and just leans over and kisses you on a cheek and says, "This is deeply embarrassing."
Absolutely. And I'm going to post the playlist for Sonic Kid Christmas into the chat. And we can listen to that. We can release this later, whatever, if you want to add it. It's
Let's say, where's my playlist? I want the playlist now.
And Thanatos is going to say, excuse me one moment, and is going to step and has a box and is going to set it in front of Dionysus.
You find Dionysus mingling with some people. Dionysus has been lounging underneath this huge Christmas tree, dressed as a present for a part of the evening. Just having spiked eggnog brought to him and whatnot. Comes over. He says, "Oh, you just missed it, man. I was doing a thing earlier. I was having people sit on my lap. But I needed to lie down. This eggnog's hitting. What subs up for me?"
Indeed.
You shouldn't have. It'll open it.
Inside, there is a bottle of vintage. It's in a crystalline bottle of vintage Sambuca, which is an Italian liqueur that is popular over in that region. That's about 80 years old. And there is a little black notebook that says Dion's Little Black Book. And it comes with a nice matching pen. And it is a place where you can put details about a person. It is essentially a name, who are they, age, and everything like that. So it's just like and on the front page, on the inside, embossed, it says, "For a better party experience."
He immediately gets out the pen, puts your name down as the first person on it, adds a little category, and puts 10 out of 10. Would bang again.
On that card, instead of a Christmas fact, it says, "The first night we met, I walked by you on the steps, and as I brushed by you, I saw a vision of your death. You were choking and being choked, and it freaked me out, and I wanted to make sure that you were safe, but it turns out that you didn't die, so everything worked out in the end."
He kind of reaches behind him at the tree, and he pulls out a gift and sets it down. I got you a little something too.
For me? You shouldn't have. You probably shouldn't have. This could be dangerous. You know, you don't know who's gonna see.
We'll see. Yeah, you open up. Pretty good wrapping job, actually. Lots of glitter, lots of like stuff to go through to get to the actual thing. But you pull out a goblet that is made of a upturned skull. He said, I'm sure you get skulls and shit like that all the time, but that's the real deal. It's sanitized, I promise you. You can drink out of it. Aren't you gonna ask where I got it?
Where did you get it?
He kind of points towards the island. You're right, man. I shouldn't be with them. That's one of the cultist skulls. Fetched it myself. I belong here with you. And I'm willing to correct my mistakes. If you're willing to help me out, man. Consider that the first step on my path of recovery.
Dion, I'm so proud of you. You used the proper sanitation technique and everything.
Alcohol.
I'll make sure that I'll double check, but thank you so much.
Yeah, and you can see it's a pretty fresh skull. Cleaned, but you have this way of knowing these things. People say I'm not romantic. I'll just sort of give you a wink and let you get back to your friends. You know where to find me.
Gonna walk back over to the table and set it beside my other smoking skull that's glowing in the lights and just like stare at them. Stare at both of them.
Meg, Hypnos, either of you have...
Real quick, I'm gonna lean over to Hypnos while this is happening. If he's not talking to too much, should we get concerned?
That's his problem, not mine. I don't know what to do.
I mean, you share a room with them. I was
I
worried.
too, and it's gonna suck really soon.
But, if I may, in stark contrast, everyone has these wonderfully wrapped and thematic gifts. Hypnosis are just laid bare. You just got a stack of items behind him. The largest item is a box, and he just kind of pushes it over to do so. It's a Roomba.
I can get things up twice as fast now.
Exactly! And don't tell anyone. And he's whispering loudly. I put a plush on top so you can have something to talk to. So, good luck with that.
I open it up. What's the plush?
It's a puppy.
It's a puppy! Thank you.
I know I'm the best.
Next is a book, 2 books, but one is going to go to Theseus in particular. It's normal size, blue, and in yellow writing, 101 things boys need to know.
I realized that you were kind of hormonal, and I don't know if your parents ever talked to you nicely or gave you any kind of talk before coming here because you don't behave like a normal person. So I just thought maybe if you're literate, I know you go to school, but some people can slide by.
And just like pushes it forward. Gaze unwavering.
You should give it a look.
You're so lucky I like your brother.
Dry heave. And Speaking of, the second book goes to Thanatos.
What I don't like is you making a joke about autopsy photos. Because that's what I got you, brother.
And what he slides forward is the 101 tragedies of Enrique Martinez. He was a photographer who did newspapers. They're gorier pictures, and they're both rich siblings. So that's what he got, Than.
You can actually see the brain matter on this one.
Yeah, they actually didn't put the cover on her squished between the telephone poles. I gave it a look.
Fantastic. You know, I am so warm right now, which is concerning because my body temperature is typically so cold. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Don't mention.
And last but not least, for Meg, some nicely embroidered kickboxing wraps. Doesn't really have that much ceremony for Meg because they don't know how to approach her, but just kind of just smile and present.
These are
So
really
you can
cool.
kick their asses, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she'll like look at him and like do the rat and then put him away. Okay. Is it my turn?
If
Okay.
you want to.
Okay. I go, one, the first thing you notice is they're all wrapped using the same wrapping paper as Deuce's gifts, but much poorer wrapping job. Just a really bad things that should have been put in a box and then wrapped up were not put in a box. They were just like wrapped. So Hypnos, you hand her this. She hands you what is just like a wrapped like blob. She goes, "This might be really stupid," and then she hands it to you.
And he starts
and-
peeling it.
Okay, so you open up, and it is just like a neck travel pillow, but then a little like a bunch of pieces of paper are stapled together that sort of like fall out of it. And it is 24 coupons that you can redeem to have Meg stand outside of a door for 1 hour per coupon to have you redeem while you nap inside any building. And then it is amended to say, door can include grove of trees if outside. Beyond this, negotiable.
It just toddles off.
And then there's a bigger, like, thin, like, package that she turns and hands to Theseus. Just without much ceremony, just hands it to you that you can open. And when you do, it is a portrait of probably from, like, the staff photo in an old yearbook that Meg had blown up onto a big picture, and there are little sections with different numbers notating points all around a picture of Patroclus, and a bunch of darts fall out as you open it. I don't know if you still hate him, but I thought this was funny.
Thank you. Seriously. This is amazing.
Yep, you're welcome.
I'm really fucking good at darts, by the way.
I
Fucking
figured.
amazing.
I thought if I didn't put points on it, it would be less fun for you.
That's all right.
And then she turns to Thanatos. And you get a package. It's clearly some kind of clothing that should have been put into a box and wrapped, but it's not. And you open up it's a knit sweater, but not like a tacky Christmas one, like a cool sweater. Very fashionable. It's a cool picture of like a cat strutting in like the moonlight. It's like very artistic. And when you look closely at the cat in the picture, you notice that one of the ears has a little divot out of it, the same as your cat Mort has. Hypnos got me the picture for reference, and I had someone. I thought you probably missed Mort, so.
Ears. Immediately, Thana's just in tears and just like puts it on like over like their like draped hoodie and everything like that. And it's just like sitting and just like holding it and stuff like that. Just like treasure trove, all of these things. And then just embraces Meg.
Yeah, hug you back. You all notice that that's where the stack ends. And Meg looks at Dusa and says, okay, so you need to be so chill when we leave this room.
Okay.
Okay, we're all gonna go back to the dorm now.
Okay.
Great. And Meg gets up to leave, casually walks back to the dorm, and you're expected to follow.
Jesus just gets up and follows.
A couple things happen before
Right, that's
the
fine.
group leaves, so you guys get up.
Hypnos!
Ares approaches, and you, Theseus. It's whatever, but I did get you something. I mean, I guess you could think of it as a Christmas present. It just happened to come in around Christmas. Whatever. Let's try it on. And he holds out a leather jacket. On the back, you can see it says Blood Brothers.
You son of a bitch.
And if you put it on,
A single tear as he puts it on.
yeah, he just crosses his arm. He looks at you. I knew it. I knew your measurements perfectly down to the inch. Hell yeah. He says, "You know I got one too, right?" And he puts his on too and does the bro shake.
So I got you a thing too. Actually, I got you two things. But I also got me two things. Because I didn't feel like it'd be fair if we didn't connect on the level, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Hypnos, are you still... It's fine. Well, the first two things, even if Hypnos doesn't get them, I didn't wrap it. I felt like that'd be like too much.
I never had mine either.
So I just pull out of my pockets two fucking boxing, like gloves. One of them says blood. The other one says bros on each of the gloves.
Hell yes.
They're not boxing gloves. They're like MMA gloves. Ones
Yeah,
that I can
yeah.
put in my pockets.
Because we're gonna beat the fuck out of each other with these, man.
We're
I
gonna
can't
fuck
wait.
each other up.
So good. Up, yeah. God.
I got one more thing. Because it's cold and I want our ears and shit to stay warm if we go out and we have to like fuck some shit up. And then I like just run. I just go full hawk since I don't know where the fuck it knows. Come back and I have two Scullies. And they say war gods on them.
You're not gonna fucking believe this, dude. Check the jacket pockets. And I swear to God, this is also written down. You put your hands in your pockets and you pull out two mittens that say best friends. He's like, I know the cold doesn't affect us like it does them, but like we still gotta keep these digits safe, right? You gotta throw that tight spiral, man. I love
Know me
that.
so well.
I literally have the jackets and mittens right now.
Just
Yeah, tears.
thanks, bro.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
This is the gayest thing ever.
Amazing. As this is happening, Poseidon and Aphrodite are over at, they've been singing a little bit with Eurydice and Orpheus. They just finished their Baby It's Cold Outside, except Aphrodite was doing the creepy guy part, which made it more threatening somehow. But as they finish that up, both of them stroll over. Poseidon gives each of you an envelope. I didn't really know what to get you guys, but like, there's a lot of cash in there. I already also got, he points to some of the others. You can see most of the God Squad has like some serious like pendant stuff going on, some diamond studded things with their names and whatnot. I didn't know how things were going to shake out. I got yours on the way too. When these new kids show up, they're going to understand we're united front, united in style. Also, cash. I'm rich. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Meg, and fishes into a bag. I know you didn't need my boon, which is cool, totally cool with me. But I'm still hoping we can kind of work together next semester. And if you're interested, and he holds out a conch shell to you. A peace offering. I plan on running things different than Zeus did.
I hope so. Thanks. I'll take it.
Cool. And he continues on. Oh! Yo.
Poseidon, while you're here, I go grab Athena real quick. Because I feel like this is so special for all of us who are around. I feel like this is a gift that everybody can enjoy.
Okay.
Athena, you're so freaking smart, and you understand strategy so well. And I figured if I was going to get you something, it had to be practical, something that you could really hone in on and enjoy and understand. So I got you something, took a whole lot of time, probably more money than I probably should have spent on it. And I bring out this heavy box, and it is well wrapped. It is well wrapped specifically because I paid someone to do it. And I sit it in front on a table, and it has a nice.
Yeah, she unwraps it. One of the only people you've seen manage to like unwrap a nice gift without it like seeming like it's always jarring, like having to tear like a really nice wrap. Somehow she knows like the exact parts to like pop the tape off and stuff to like truly just like unfurl this gift rather than rip it.
I would have had no idea how to do this.
And what did she see?
It is a crystal chest. Each side representing one, the Thonic Kids, the other, the God Squad. Thonic Kids with the various pieces. Obviously, Thesis is king, so on and so forth. Pawns are Zagreus, but on the other side, there is a King Zeus, Queen Athena. I would not put her on any other position than queen. And then all the pawns are Poseidon. Every single one is just, it is the most douchey position you could possibly picture him, well sculpted and painted to look him at his absolute worst. And Athena at her absolute best. And all the pieces in here. I was like, I love to play with you sometimes. Increase my strategy and learn how to be as wise as you.
This is a thoughtful and classy and intriguing gift. Not much of a gift person, but thank you very much. And Poseidon reaches in, grabs one of the pawns. I get. Who's this one supposed to be?
Oh, that's you.
Tight. And he goes to put it back and very purposely just like drops the crystal piece, which Athena catches, puts it back in the box. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Poseidon moves on to mingle with other people. I did attempt to get you a gift as well. I'm not as good at these things, which I don't like participating in things I'm not good at. And frankly, I haven't ran into a lot of things I'm not good at, but I hope this will suffice. I told him to sort of put a very neatly practical sort of gold wrapping paper box in front of you. And as you're unwrapping it, she'll sort of explain. I've been criticized before for being too guarded. I see a lot of recklessness in those around me. And I don't trust others with my vulnerabilities. I identify, I exploit weaknesses strategically. I take pride in minimizing weaknesses of my own. But I see the wisdom in letting someone I trust to try to find them. I've been interested, but never really found someone worthy until you. And as you open it up, that's where you see a box of this fine golden rope, a tightly coiled whip, a ball gag, a notebook, some feathers in a row. I will be at your mercy.
Quickly calls it back up.
And yeah, she stands, doesn't blush or anything. She says, before it make me uncomfortable to say, but I will be at your mercy, and I hope you find that acceptable.
Certainly.
I would love to test out our gifts. And she sort of gestures with you to the chess set and begins to leave the room.
You don't go now, I will.
It's Theseus just like, I'm gonna ask a question next. And he just goes.
And Hypnos, Aphrodite stands in front of you.
Hey,
We haven't talked in a while. It's a shame because we were so close not that long ago. Though I still feel like I've seen you some of these nights. I have something for you. She just puts her hand out to take yours.
And hesitantly, they put their hand in hers.
And she puts your hand in her mouth, specifically one of your fingers. And you feel her tongue, and you feel something cold. And then when you pull your hand back, there is a ring on it. A golden ring with a
whole
thunderbolt.
hand?
No, she just took a couple of the fingers.
Okay.
And placed this ring on it. A thunder signet ring. I think he would have wanted you to have this. You were going to be his boon after all. To the victor, the spoils.
how long did you have that in your mouth and how are you enunciating so perfectly with it?
You know the answer to these questions. You've seen it in action. Oh, also, and she passes out, she has a stack of calendars of her. For everyone else. It's tasteful.
Thoughtful.
After I take it, I hand back an envelope and say, I was going to have Hermes deliver this. It's more a gesture than a gift, but pass it back. And it just says, on the outside, it says, pain can be pleasure, pleasure can be pain. and when you open it, it says, "In case you find someone worthy," and it's just like a mistletoe that Meg like clipped off something and put in the thing.
Toxina smiles. Thank you. Truly. She'll actually hold it above herself and go in to give you a kiss.
Yeah, I'll kiss her. She takes 2 harm.
Funny, you should say that.
Uh-oh.
Good to know.
I don't think she actually takes 2 harm. That's a sex move thing.
No, she's doing something though,
Okay, great.
which she rolled a full success on, which we will resolve at a different point. Yeah, share a kiss with her. It's just kind of a friendly kiss, but you kind of lose yourself in it for a second before you sort of come back to your faculties, before you sort of regain your composure. She winks and is sauntering off to join the rest of the party. And then with that, people are going to start leaving. I know Meg and Dusa are going. Theseus is gone. Hypnos and Than, are you staying here or are you going with Meg and Dusa?
Surprisingly, I have a last minute gift, if that's okay.
Sure.
Hypnos is gonna go to Poseidon. As pleasantly as one can after the chess piece fiasco.
So, I realize we're supposed to be team? I don't know if that's the right word for it. Anyway, I just thought that it would be best to show a little bit of goodwill.
And they're gonna give him the envelope back. Just re-gift it in less than 10 minutes.
Just fully.
Yeah, we're all a team. Team Hades. We're the Hydra. We're all the heads.
Yeah. And I don't know if you don't know this or not, but most rich people don't brag about being rich, so that's an inside trader thing between you and me.
I wasn't bragging, I was spreading the wealth, being a good leader. Trickle down and all that.
And it turns around.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the bit.
Kick 'em while style. I like it. Then where Hypnos and Thanatos going?
Gonna go with the group. Or Meg and Dusa. Let's
Dusa.
see what the fuck Meg has in store for Dusa.
And Theseus, I mean, you have the option. You don't need to go with Athena right away. Athena is nothing but patient. If you wanted to stick with them, or if you're going off with her.
You know what was in that box?
I was just making sure. I was just making sure. I know what I would do, but I gotta check.
Friends can come later. There's also awkward conversation. You know what? No, don't you do it.
I'm in place.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So the 4 of you start heading off. Theseus already out. And Thanatos, you practically run into Professor Schaus, who runs into you, and you feel has handed you this like large egg, decorated with these weird golden sort of inlays. You see different like stars and celestial bodies on it. A strange jewel of some sort. Thanatos. It seems you are the lucky recipient of my gift this year. I give this each year, and each year no one has been able to crack the riddle. But maybe you will. It's a puzzle, you see. The real presence in solving it. If you can't figure this out, no one can. You're the only one who really matters anymore anyway, so... Merry Christmas, Thanatos. And, pat you on the shoulder and leave you with this strange egg as they kind of drift off into the party.
Sacre bleu. Is there a riddle? Is there a riddle?
It seems maybe there's like moving parts on this. Like it's some weird like puzzle thing. Though you don't even know where to begin on this particular.
Thanatos is just gonna look on it and say, "Solve the box. You call and they'll come." And just staring at it, walk back to the common room.
Yeah, you follow the others.
Yeah.
On the way though, Hermes will track you down. Hermes is fast, runs up. Dusa, this was left under the tree for you.
Oh, thank you. Who's it? Check to see if it has a tag or anything.
It's just simple brown paper bag, sort of wrapping on the box. It just says from your sisters.
I open it really carefully.
It is just inside is a coupon similar to sort of what Meg gave Hypnos, but it's just one of them. It says the gift of immortality. It says can be redeemed at any time in the depths of the mountain. In exchange, and in quotes, says, "From Hades should send up an awful monster's grisly head." The quote is attributed to someone named Homer. Right now, the only other thing in it is a little rock, though upon closer inspection, that little rock, it's a little stone owl head.
This might come in really handy later. I should make sure to keep this safe. Thank you. Thank you for bringing this to me.
Rocks are cool, sure.
Rocks are cool.
And they
think of a name for the rock. Oh, bye.
Run off back to the party. Meg, what's next?
We go to our dorm door, go to open it, and then I look at Dusa. I say, "Okay, you can't scream, and you can't ask me how."
Okay.
Okay. I open the door. And inside, I'm guessing it's a little bit of a mess, which isn't great for Dusa. Because there are 3 puppies running around the dorm room that have been snuck out from Hades, the staff portion, the staff wing of the school, that have been sort of smuggled out in a mascot heist that are now in our room that Dusa can hang out with for the evening.
Immediately on the floor, hugging puppies. Thank you! And she's just on the floor hugging puppies now.
Oh. You have a plush for everything.
That's my goal. And she's just playing with the puppies and is like, "Thank you so much." She's just crying.
Meg's like petting one of the puppies. Getting there.
Yes, come play with the puppies.
A little bit of a like self-satisfied smile.
I like hold a puppy up to like Hypnos and Than to convince them to come hang out with the puppies.
It gets one good pat, and Hypnos has a lot of sleeping to do.
Strange noises emanate from Theseus' room. You have a feeling the gag was not working.
We should turn the Christmas album up.
I wanted to say, could I get Than to bring a
Yeah,
CD player over
absolutely.
and play the Christmas music while we
Absolutely.
Let's
guys
make,
can hang
let's
out
make
in
like
here.
2 turtle doves.
I know you guys share a wall with Theseus. You can hang out in here for a while.
Yeah, in the common room, puppies running around, everyone on the ground playing with them. Christmas music now blasting, other festivities happening, merriment all around. On top of these 3 sort of puppies running around and stuff, out from under a blanket pile that Hypnos got going out there, a frog sort of squirms its way out and just sort of sits there.
Who's interacting with the frog?
A big one, almost the size of one of the puppies, honestly. Just this bright green frog just kind of squirms out, does one hop, and just sits there, lets out a ribbit, and is just perfectly still.
Hello, Mr. Frog.
Just hangs out unblinking.
Pat it on the head
Yeah,
4
give
times.
the frog a little pat.
Each of you sort of reach out, just pat it, and as soon as you do, that is when the frog glows, and a glyph is activated throughout the entire room on the floor.
no.
So you see these symbols trace and glow brightly and flash. And none of you are able to move.
I don't bring Theseus out of the room.
Where? Opening the door, and all of you, sort of through peripherals, can see a figure. A tall witch's hat, and long robes, and a moon crescent necklace. Not sure where she came from, but sort of steps and walks slowly but purposely between the assembled group, looking around. Interesting. And Dusa, though you're frozen still, you see this face sort of lean in and look at you, put a hand out, gesture with their finger as your wand comes out from in your pocket and into their hand.
No.
Interesting. She looks at it. Do you know how to use this? And you find yourself able to speak.
I kind of got it. I got it. Yeah, a little. Not necessarily probably the way it was meant to, but it works kind of how I want it to.
And it's dangerous, you know. This isn't for you. Magic is not a toy. She takes it and snaps it. And as she does, this like almost like pink purple smoke comes out of the wand, which she then blows into your face. And it just kind of passes over you, and you sort of blink through this weird smoke. And the rest of you can still see, and you see Deuce's eyes sort of take a yellowish tint. You swear for a second you see her hair shift and move a little bit, but remains still as the smoke passes and the 2 chunks of the wand hit the ground. Ah, there you are. And she scoops up the frog, and with another flash, she's gone. And you can all move again.
What
Fuck
the
was that?
fuck?
And you hear a sigh as while they left, there is another figure there. You see a girl around your age, orange dress, braid around one of her thighs, bob blonde hair, two different colored eyes, similar to Zagreus. Also similar to Zagreus, light up shoes, though heels. I see you've had your fun, but if I were you, I would return those creatures to my father. But I'll give you your time with them. I believe this is where I'll be staying. I heard you are friends with my brother. I'll try not to hold that against you. That is where we'll end our Christmas episode of Hades High School. 'Tis the season.
Not planning to stay in the room he was staying in. It's gonna get real awkward.
Oh no.
That's our ep.
What?
Good job, everybody. You defeated Christmas. You saved Christmas. You didn't ruin it.
We defeated it.
And set up some things nicely for next season, which I'm excited about.
Nervous.
Anyway, that's our ep. It was nice kicking the cobwebs off a little, getting back into the characters, having a nice cozy time.
Cozy.
All things considered, how most of the episodes go, this was a spa day. It was great. That's it. That's our episode. That's us. We'll go around and say who you are, say goodbye, and then it'll be some time, but we'll see you again sometime for season 2. But before then, who are you? Same order, starting with Vin.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Hi! Again, I'm Vin at VinVoxVA on Twitter. I am a tabletop performer and a voice actor. I don't know what to promote right now, so just check out my Twitter while Twitter's still a thing. That's me.
Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel on the internet at Miss Penny Dreadful. I play games over here at Table Goth. I also stream on Tuesdays at ES Gaming, which is a game for access on Twitch. So check those out. Watch me play games. Subscribe to Table Goth's YouTube. That's it. Goodbye.
April.
Hello, I am April. You can find me everywhere as April Raygun. I played Dusa tonight. I'm doing things. I don't know when this will come out, so just follow me online for stuff and things and announcements coming soon. That's with me.
Oh, that's you. Wes.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. It's me, Wes Franks. I'm with Carrying Comfort Studios. You can go ahead and follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, and you can follow me on all my socials at Thirst Trap Mothman, at Thirst Trap Moth. That's me. Glad to be back.
And Prince.
Hello everyone, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice. I've been playing Theseus, the ball gag goat. You can catch me around the internet as Dimples and Dice in all the places. I stream on Twitch. I run a D&D game on Sundays at 11 a.m. We're going to have a new season of stuff over on Rolling These 20s coming up in the new year for Hunter, The Reckoning. Yeah, I'll be the storyteller for that. It's going to be great. Long running campaign. We'll see how that plays out. Look forward to some urban legends and white people getting killed. So it'll be a great time. There's more games that I'm going to be in. You're going to see me in some Blade Runner, some Cyberpunk, and some other stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a fun time. This is the game that brought this crew together.
It is.
And we've been going strong since. Oh yeah, and we're going to be playing Vampire next.
I wonder who's running that. It's not me, but my name's Bully. If you're here, wherever here is, and you're watching this, that's the right place to be. It's where my stuff is. Keep checking it out. Otherwise, that's it for this. Time to clear the table. We invite you back to dine with us next time for season 2, which maybe will correlate with Hades 2. Okay, bye.